Welcome out, ladies and gentlemen, to this RGL Highlander Season 13 Playoffs Round 1 matchup versus Team Fun, between Team Fun and the Frauds. I am Zygron, joined by Godfather by my side, and Dolphin behind the camera, as always. Godfather, how are you doing tonight?
Doing all right, ready for this match, and excited to watch but not cast the match happening right after this between the number 2 and 3 seeds. I believe Alto will be able to join you on the cast for that, so stick around after this match because there's going to be a double header tonight, but I am excited for this one. Number 1 versus number 4, probably not going to be the closest matchup, but should be fun to watch nonetheless.
Yeah, we do have a double header for you guys here tonight. Right after this, we're going to be looking at the other matchup going forward in round 1 between the 2 and the 3 seed. That one's going to be versus between Froggieland and Squirtyay, so stick around. You won't want to miss that one. But first up, we do have Team Fun versus Frauds. Like you said, we're not expecting this one to be nearly as close as the one going on later tonight, but some things still could go on. You never know with playoffs. So we can go and run down the rosters real quick. It's going to be best of 3 maps, so we'll tell you guys the map pool right afterwards.
Yeah, I can start off with the side of Team Fun. They have Blank on Scout, Demento on Soldier, X-Hunter is the Pyro, Sin Karma on Demo tonight, Honesty is the Heavy, Carson on Engineer, Hyphen the Medic, Nixie Sniper, and AGB on Spy.
And over on the side of the Frauds is going to be Yate on Scout, Ether on Soldier, TK on Pyro, Kira on Demo Man, Poi on Heavy, Rebel on Engineer, Moose in a Suit on Medic, Arbiter on Sniper, and Fish on Spy.
So plenty of good players, especially side of Team Fun has had such a successful season. Now we can turn and look at the pick bands. If Dolphin can get those up on cast for us, I'll let you run through the first 2 bands.
All right, so the pick ban, first off, we're going to be starting out on product tonight. That's what we've ended up on. We had Frauds ban Ashville and then Fun ban Steel. Not surprising. Steel is the map that you pick if you want to try and cheese a map off your opponents. So Team Fun being our first seed coming to playoffs. And as Godfather said, very strong team, Team Fun. They went undefeated in the regular season with perfect match points. Not a single round dropped. So they are by far our favorites coming into playoffs to take first place overall this season. We'll have to see if they can end up doing it, though. First up is going to be their own product pick. Afterwards, Frauds took us to Swiftwater, and then, if needed, tiebreaker on Prout.
Yeah, I never get to cast that last match. It's not one that's been in the rotation for long, and I haven't been casting nearly as often recently. So I hope we go to 3, but I'm definitely expecting a 2-0 here in favor of Team Fun. They've just been so strong throughout the regular season, as you said, having a perfect season, and I don't expect anything to change here in the first round of playoffs.
Yeah, but we do have a small roster update. It's going to be Lenny playing Sniper on Team Fun tonight. Yeah, he's already loaded in the server, I see him. That's going to be a menace to deal with for the side of the Frauds.
Yeah, I suppose that's a good segue into talking about some of these powerful classes, especially on a map like Product and Highlander. Snipers just have kind of free reign. So you think Lenny's going to have the SBS win in the bag against Arbiter here?
I'd say so. Lenny's one of the more talented snipers to come into Invite during the RGL era, and I do think he's going to be able to kind of put up a very strong performance on product here. Like you said, snipers dominate this map, and I think we're going to see Lenny go on multiple kill streaks.
All right, we'll have to wait and see. I've seen a lot of good sniper gameplay this season, so watching these guys warm up right now, they both look like they're having a good time. Let's talk about the demo matchup. Sin Karma is versus Poi, right? Versus Ether.
We're getting more roster updates as we go on right now. We just got one. Moose is not going to be here tonight for the Frauds on Medic. It's going to be Exile subbing on Medic, so that's a bit of a rare one. The Exile Medic, normally a Demo Man player, but you know he does play sixes, does have some experience with the class, so probably won't be too big of a downgrade from losing their main. And it looks like we're still trying to figure out who the Demo Man player will be tonight. I've seen Poi shifting between Heavy and Demo Man, so maybe we'll have an update for you later on. But until then, I kind of it's okay. It's Kira on Demo Man and Poi back on Heavy. So yeah, that one's confirmed. We said that one earlier. That is now confirmed.
Yeah, Twitch chat is weighing in on the roster adjustments, but do you think this is going to be an issue? Or
I just saw BM on Pyro. Is that what we think? BM on Pyro would be a throwback. I played with BM in like I think his first debut, like top plat/invite season of Pyro, back in the UGC days. So definitely excited to see him play in invite playoffs. It's been a while since I've seen him made on a team that's made it to playoffs though. So we'll see if he can keep up.
Yeah, did I just see Twitch chat has a lot of takes right now, and I don't know which ones are true. Well,
Fish
rosters.
is on their team, so BM. He's saying BM's on Pyro. So
okay. I then saw someone saying that Blank got banned, and it does look like he did. So who's on Scout tonight?
Not sure. Dolphin will get us an update for that one as roster changes, shuffles are ongoing. But real okay, Nixie coming in on Scout. That's interesting. He's played Scout for them before, no? He took a season on Scout, I'm pretty sure.
You would know better than I would. But yeah, this is going to be no Blank in tonight. So a lot of roster swaps in the moments before this game's starting.
Yeah. While we wait for the rosters to fully settle in, I do want to talk real quick about the best of three format tonight. So the way that this plays out is it's first to win two maps as a normal best of three in Highlander. Pick ban goes in favor of the higher seed, which is why Team One or Team Fun get their pick first. We're gonna be on product here first, and I do believe we go to all 4 rounds on product. We don't play the halves anymore. So all 4 rounds, a normal full map going forward in playoffs on every map. So yeah, we could go the distance. Sometimes in playoffs you get the longer, maybe triple, sometimes even triple stopwatch if teams prefer it. Sometimes you get double caught in the first two and it ends pretty quickly. So we'll see what shakes up there. Keep in mind, because of the doubleheader tonight, we will be looking to start around 9:45 Eastern on the next match. Normal Highlander start time. We'll update you if this match somehow stretches longer, if anything happens on that one. But do expect the doubleheader for now.
Yeah, I would imagine Team Fun might have this pretty quickly overall, so hopefully we won't have a delayed second match. But if we do, because this match goes long, it will mean that it's a good one. So I suppose there's something to hope for there. As it looks like everybody is here on the server right now, which leads me to talk to you about predictions. I'm pretty confident in my Team Fun prediction, but what about you?
Yeah, I'm gonna go Team Fun 4-0. I just don't feel like okay. This is the product only prediction 4-0. I feel like this is their map pick. They want to play product. They have Lenny on Sniper. They have Sin Karma on Demoman. Demento has been fantastic on Soldier this season. What we've seen, I just feel like as a team that went completely flawless in the regular season, DM is not their weak suit at all, and I think they'll be able to kind of just walk over frauds.
Yeah, I agree with that. Just saw someone subscribe to the channel, and thank you for that. That supports us as casters, and I always feel obligated to plug it when someone does. But let's focus more on the action. Any notable player, like, who would have to pop off for Team Frauds right now for them to come home with a win?
You have to imagine Arbiter has to be able to contest Lenny. Its product, Sniper's very important. If Arbiter can't go win any SVSs, then it's going to be super hard for frauds to ever actually walk up the point. We mentioned that there's a bunch of strong DM classes on Team Fun. If you can't even start to contest without a sniper taking your head off, you can't even play the map. That's just the kind of map that product is, and it's why it's the favorite of teams that are overwhelmingly DM favored.
Yeah, it is really going to be on Arbiter to put up a good fight here. Lenny is, as you've said, one of the best to do it in recent years, for sure. So he's probably going to be who I'm expecting to carry the most. Teams figuring out I'm just looking at the chat in game. Looks like people were figuring out the roster swaps in the moment as well.
We do have one more roster swap. I do believe it was not reflected on the stream, but I see Blake right now in the server over Hyphen on Medic for fun. So that's not going to be too much of a big deal. Both of them are Medic players who played Top Invite recently, so it'll be pretty fine. There's not going to be that much of a difference.
Do we have Demento in server? I'm not seeing him. Who's on Soldier?
No one's on Soldier for their team right now. I see 2 scouts, Nixie and Dur. Is that Dur in on Soldier?
Durslin on... Yeah, I think I saw Demento in chat, so maybe we can hear from him directly.
It looks like Dur on Soldier because we're writing up right now. We're about to get started with playoffs for Season 13 in the first match of that first round. So going started, it's going to be Team Frauds on blue and Team Fun on red. We'll see how the mid-fight shakes out.
Yeah, looking forward to this matchup despite the last-minute roster swaps. We'll get into
A pause.
immediately.
Nice.
All the momentum just ripped away, shattered. But I guess now take a moment and actually run down the rosters as they will be. Nixie Scout, Dur Soldier, X Hunter on Pyro, Sin Karma Demo, Honesty Heavy, Carson NG, Blake Medic, Lenny on Sniper, and AGB on Spy for Team Fun.
Yeah, and I'm getting word the reason for this pause is going to be a re-exec because of an AGB crash. So, I mean, if a player crashes right off the rip, yeah, might as well re-exec. It was quick anyway, so we'll be waiting on that one to come through. As for the side of frauds, it looks like their roster is going to be the same as we stated earlier. BM coming in on Pyro, Exile in on Medic, and Poi sticking to that heavy. So everyone else is going to be pretty much the same as what was stated in the initial rundown.
Yeah, it's good to see some flexibility, I suppose, with your rosters, but maybe not what you want right off the bat. So the unpause is here, but I'm assuming this is going to be the re-exec in a moment.
Did Delta Postwater re-exec? No, we're going straight through. I guess it's an early crash, might as well keep going. So the fight gonna stay, and AGB it did pop off at the start of it. Double kill onto Kira and Poi. Those 2 kills gonna help his team take control of the point. Both medics living for now. Blake got taken down to half HP, but will keep his life. Now Nixie 2x capping it up, and that's gonna be the mid-fight win for the side of Team Fun.
Yeah, really dominant win. They lose their demo there, but they get a couple of picks in return, and now Sin Karma's going to be able to get back into this fight really quickly, and they'll be in good position. AGB is lurking, has called out the sniper's location, might be getting through to spawn.
Yep, and we mentioned that Fun are overwhelmingly favored in this map. This is their pick after all. We'll have to see what Frauds can bring to the table, how they can re-push and take control of the point. It's one of the hardest things to do. They're going to get the Uber covered across the point. Solo onto Kira, now Yate getting a flash in the post. Counter out very late from the side of Fun. Now collapsing in, BM headshot immediately. Poi caught up in the middle. Yate sticky down as well. And that's going to be a good 3 kills coming from the combo of for Fun. They're still holding on top of the point. Good defense.
Really well kited, and then a pop back in down to half health was all for Blake. Fish camping the teleporter right now in the backline, so if anyone dies and comes through, they will be at risk. Here's Fish now moving forward, or at least across the basic cliff. He needs to be popping off here, especially as Lenny does have this sniper v sniper advantage, so Fish needs to make some plays.
Combo now walking up for Frogs on the caution side of point. Nixie getting taken down in that SVS. I just seen, no, that's Nixie's scout. Forgive me, he's only a sniper player, but with the scout down, and that means free reign for Kira on the point walking forward as Delman takes a pipe on caution but lives. And there's Arbiter winning the SVS against Lenny this time, the real sniper. And with that pick, all of a sudden Frogs get to take point.
Yep, just one sniper down is going to be all the difference. There's Arbiter on a 4K as he finds the Pyre at the end of the fight. It's going to be a rotation coming in pretty early with still a couple down. The Uber's out, Demo trade. Scout. The trade will happen on point. A good surf out from Blake to stay alive and regroup here. Do you agree with that Uber call just to go in, burn it?
Yeah, you might as well trade it because you have spawn added to your Team Fun here. So you trade that, you keep running up. We do see Lenny with a headshot onto BM with no Pyro. It's going to be hard to deny on the point. Cleanup, revenge onto Arbiter coming through from Lenny, and an easy recap coming out here for Fun.
Yeah, now Lenny can just sit for free on that point. He's going to rotate, just check all the angles. Try to find Kira, and does. That's a 3K with a nice kill onto the demo, stalling out an entire push, perhaps. It's going to be 10 ad for Team Fun here, though.
Sin Karma has died 2 lives in a row right now. Got spawn camped by Fish, I think, on the teleporter or something. He's not going to be up for another 10 seconds because of those defender spawn times. So there's a bit of a time here for Team Frost to move up. We do see AGB decloaking, tries to find the counter demo pick, but cleaned up. And Arbiter, another big SVS win onto Lenny. That's going to open things up big time. No pick classes to worry about. They're going to storm onto the point.
Yeah, that is probably the biggest find of the day. Well, will continue to be the biggest find of the day for Arbiter. Anytime he can take out Lenny, means his team will be fine, and that is a Blake death. Yeah.
Yeah, at there, Spam Rocket gets the cleanup. Blake dying at 97%. That is huge for Team Frauds. Now with Uber trying to walk forward, Sat coming through for fun to try to find whatever kills they can. They only get the heavy, too slow to actually back out of there. But either way, very successful push there from Team Frauds. They're going to get the point, and now they have full Uber advantage.
Full Uber, 52 on the clock for Team Fun, 155 for Frauds. Lenny's going to pick up Yate. No scout to worry about. AGB going to be lurking in the back line, but it's really on the snipers to find that opening pick here.
Lenny right now posted on China. Anyone peeks there, dead meat. Uber coming across through the point, trying to get as many people through enemy lines as they can. Blake again dead to Aether's bomb, this time getting a nice, close, and personal, taking out that enemy medic to keep his med in the Uber lead. There's a spy in behind, though. AGB not going to quite find his kill. Exile eats a pipe, taken very low, but will be able to get out of dodge for now. The pressure forward for Team Fun with their spawners will net them the point back in their favor. They're at a time lead in just a second, but they still don't have Uber.
Arbiter choosing some fun and funky angles here. I'd love to see it as both snipers searching for each other. Going to be Scout getting across point. Dur up in the air will crater for sure. Does get taken down before he meets the ground. BM also falling on the other side of things. This is a bit of a scuffle. There's Lenny picking up Arbiter is going to be big for Team Fun holding on to this point, but no one's really fighting quite yet. Kira gets low and then regroups.
Yeah, Fish's decloak not working out. Now they are down 2 players on Frogs, but they're still walking up. They have to walk up. It's 15 seconds left. Good air blast from BM, keeping Dur in the dust, but there's Sin Karma with a kill onto Kira, with BM getting sniped down. It's a solo Uber onto Gate, just running forward, seeing what he can find. Gets a kill onto Hunter, but you need more than just the Pyro. AGB is in the post, tries to get a stab, misses it, but now the Uber is out for Team Fun, and they're going to win that one with a comfortable 1:15 left on their opponent's side. Round 1 goes to Team Fun.
Honestly, closer than I was expecting. But that
it's closer than what we were expecting, but also Blake got like 2 Ubers that entire round. He had 2 deaths at like 95%. So,
and I think what I was gonna say is that I think the only reason that was as close as it was is because we had Arbiter picking up Lenny at least 2 times. So it needs to be Arbiter getting a
3 times
onto Lenny right as I was saying it. Great job. Now Ether able to bomb forward. Honesty is very weak. Ether behind. Sin Karma's gonna go down. No. Down 3 right now. There is the medic kill though. That's all the Frogs were looking for. They get in, find that kill, and get out mostly alive. Only Rebel and Fish die on that mid fight for Frogs. Very commanding opening.
Yeah, Ether's been an absolute menace to Blake this game. 3 kills onto the enemy medic in just 1 and 1/10 of a round. Gonna be doing tons of work to get on the opposing medic. And now AGB gets a spawn camp onto Fish a little bit, but that was a bit funny. Either way, now forward hold coming out from Exile, but he gets sniped. Lenny with a swing peek from Cliff, gonna take down that enemy medic, negate the Uber disad that his team's been constantly being put at. And now Frogs, they collapse. They lost 5 in an instant.
Yes, but they did find Lenny as Arbiter finds that kill. He goes down afterwards. X-Hunter with that secondary kill. A retake for Team Fun very convincingly, but unfortunate that Lenny had to die there.
Yeah, they'll take it though. You get the enemy medic off the board. Blake now with this first Uber ad in what seems like the entire game. They have the point. They're going to take into the time lead for sure. And now they're doing the forward hold to their opponents that was just being done to them. We'll see if they cannot drop their medic this time. They will get a kill onto Yate and Ether. So Ether not getting the med pick. So he's to, but wait, he does drop to the Tomislav across the map. Blake thought he was out of there, but 4 HP left. Couldn't quite get behind cover. That's another drop coming through for Blake, rather a high speed death. Sack in, Dirt almost finds the med pick in response, but can't quite do it.
That is such a good reason to just spam. As heavy, just lay down suppressive fire. You might kill a medic across the map. Certainly not a guaranteed kill at all, but that will be full ad here for the Frogs and the point and clock about even.
We've seen no Ubers popped out 2 minutes into this round. That one's a pretty funny stat line because both meds just keep dropping. We'll see if Exile can hold this one this time. A lot more passive of a hold coming here from Frogs standing on top of the point. Exile takes a lot of damage, is forced to the sticky bomb. They're trying to run forward, see if they can get any kills, but Sin Karma kites that one out. Ether in the backline does pick up Dur and Carson. Hunter gonna die to protect his med, but Blake is out of there with 65% Uber ad now.
Yep, this is a big ad for Team Fun, and they will be able to use it likely, especially with the Pyro down. We'll probably be getting back to point around when Team Fun is ready to go. Dur is going to take out that mini, secure the flank as best they can. AGB in, looking for Rebel, will likely get caught here, does go down.
3 picks. Blake has Uber now, but you don't want to Uber 6v9. That's just not going to be good. They're going to try anyway. It's going to be a solo on the Demo Man over the top. Good air blast from BM, denying all of the spam from Sin Karma. They get a snipe onto Poi, but that's about it for this Uber. That's all they found in the entirety of it. Now repush coming out here from Frogs running forward. Yate takes a big pipe. Ether in over the top. 1 rocket does a lot of damage. Medic walks right in front of him. They get Hunter at least, but Ether doesn't strike true onto the medic. Now post fight coming through. Big 2k out of AGB onto Arbiter and Kira. Now Exile 91%, but 9 HP. He gets out. Can anyone collapse onto it? Engineer tries, but Mini Sentry is defending Exile. That is crucial that he lives there.
Yeah, I honestly cannot believe that he got out. Pack respawned soon enough, now regrouping with his team. But so much time off the clock for Team Frogs in the lead convincingly by a minute for the first time tonight. So good look for them. Now they're going to be trying to re-push in. Uber is in. Kira looking for the flash. Blake. Get it!
No one can get him. Blake gets to the pack just in time. Ezra over the top. Can't find it. Hunter, Lenny gonna drop it, Soul Ether and Fish now with Arbiter post up, takes down Dirt in the post. Point held right now. Arbiter knife melted on the spy up to him. Good catch there by the Pyro for Frogs. Now counter Uber is out here.
Exile has got to be the target. They're not finding him. X-Hunter goes down. Nixie struggling to break through this. Uber will go down. Rebel and Boy both gonna fall. St. Karma's one will die. There's Arbiter finds the body shot before going down to Lenny. The same kind. There's Dur. Wants to get in. Has to get out. We'll find some heals and live. So Point gonna go back to Team Fun, waiting for St. Karma to spawn. He will. But 15 seconds on the clock. 16, sorry, for the Frauds.
Exile's been doing a fantastic job staying alive in these posts. He's always had Uber advantage ready to go, and now 95% for the Frauds can be looking to walk up to main. They can win the entire round with a successful push here, and another death onto Blake would be the end of the round for Team Fun. We'll have to see if they can defend through it. 70% now, they're bleeding this Uber ad. They know it. They're going to go as fast as they can. Sticks get dead on the point. Hunter down. No Pyro means the Met has to back up very quickly. Honesty being left out to dry on Cliff, but stays alive for now. Very good kite from Fun. They only lose one in the entire Uber, and now Blake with 95%. They don't even give up the point.
Yeah, Fraud's unable to secure the point there, and now in a really bad spot as this Uber is 100%. AGB going to be looking to get in. There's a Soldier going to, St. Karma's going to find BM.
Uber out.
Uber out. Soldier in, not finding the kills though. Kira will go down, as does their Rebel and Honesty. A couple of frags going both ways. This exchange not the most successful. They might be in trouble getting out here.
Yeah, Nixie 1 HP, literal one, manages to get out of dodge just in time. Remember, spawns are very long for the defending team, and now with Exile once again living in post, 75% Uber for Team Frauds, able to walk back up. This time they have one more shot to get the kills, to get the point. If they don't cap up, they'll be losing the round. They have such a big add-in. Fish gonna bleed early. Now, crossing the point is the combo. Over caution, seeing what they can find. They need kills. They need something. Point. Kira gets sniped. That's huge. No Delman in the Uber. Solo onto Yate. Gets 2 kills onto Hunter and Nixie. Cap coming through, but with 10 seconds left, Blake is 75%. Can he get in time?
It's all on him really right now. St. Karma's going to get onto the point. Carson's going to be the one needing to cap this as best he can. Gate versus Carson on the point. Cap, time to right now.
Exile's dead. They win.
And Team Fun could have this one handedly. I think they are going to find it. Kira's really the only person nearby. The forward hold up on Cliff. No one's going to be able to touch, and a Rebel going down to Lenny's headshot. That is Team Fun miraculously coming back from a time disadvantage. They'll go up 2-0.
We might have sold the Frauds short a little bit by saying it'd be a 4-0 sweep in the pregame. That said, if you cannot win that round, I don't know if there's a round you can win. They had so many good advantages to work with. Exile didn't die a single time until the very end of that. Constant Uber ads, and they just weren't able to get the job done twice in a row at the end. If you can't make those Uber versus no Uber exchanges work in your favor, then it's just so hard to actually win product.
Yeah, especially you need to be able to make those trades work in your advantage, especially when the sniper, V sniper, has been pretty even. Like, I was expecting Lenny to come out here and just get Arbiter every single life. And maybe in round number 2 is a bit more in Lenny's favor, but Arbiter's been putting up a good fight here and should be commended for that.
Yeah, that's another big thing we pointed out. We expected Lenny to be dominating. Arbiter's done a very good job holding down the fort. And again, even with Arbiter holding down the fort, even with Exile staying alive more often than Blake, even with so many factors going in their favor, it just couldn't work out for Frauds there. And again, I ask, if you can't win that last round and you can't win the round where Blake didn't get an Uber until the very end, then what round can you win?
Yeah, a really good point there. I've pulled up logs. I don't know if we have them on stream.
Dolphin's working on it, but
I believe I'm seeing Sin Karma with 569 DPM, followed by Arbiter with 439. So Sin Karma outputting just a ton of damage. Then Lenny and AGB following that for his team. But I haven't really noticed Sin Karma doing, like, carrying, but apparently he is.
Yeah, I mean, that's demo and product. You just do a ton of damage for existing. You spam your sticks, spam your pipes, you hit the projectiles, you do the damage, and definitely doing a ton of damage. Kira, a lot of untimely deaths we saw. He was definitely the weak point for Frauds there. We can maybe point to that as a reason why they didn't have such good Uber exchanges towards the end. But yeah, Arbiter doing such a good job contesting. AGB, though, 15 kills, top fragging his team, definitely putting in a ton of work, helping Fun kind of close that gap. Fish, unlucky half, 415. That happens on Spy sometimes. Maybe time your decloaks a little bit after, try to bait a bit harder, because I saw him going in early. I'm a Spy player who tries to, like, as a Spy player who does this as well, I also try to go in early a lot to try to bait for my team. You just don't get much done sometimes, especially on product where people can just see you. Try baiting a bit harder, maybe you can get some more done. We see tons of kills coming through, tons of damage from Ether as well, both soldiers doing 300 DPM.
But we've seen Ether getting in onto the medic so many times, 3 times in fact.
Yeah,
Ether
those
kills
three
the
medic picks. That said, 2 of them were in the first round, and 1 of them was at the very start of the second round, so throughout the back half, Ether was not able to actually find his man. That said, Exile with only 2 deaths over the course of losing 2 rounds is very good.
Yeah, 2 deaths to 4 in favor of the frauds there, I believe. Anyway, hopefully won't be too long. Looks like we're down 1 on the side of Team Fun. Don't know quite what that's
AGB is
about.
in spec. He'll probably be back in a second, but
Okay.
yeah, going into the second half, if you are frauds, right, you're looking at the first half and how it went, and you're like, guys, we could take a round. This is not impossible. This is not out of reach, because Arbiter's been doing well, Exile's been living. It's just their Uber exchanges have not been on point. We need to see Kira taking a bit more caution of where he's standing, make sure he can actually get damage out, and help his Scout Gate get some cleanup, because it just isn't working right now. They're getting the Uber, they have Uber ad constantly, they have pick advantage to work with, they just can't actually win exchanges.
Yeah, that's a really good point. Exchanges have been rough across the board, I think, but Team Fun's been, solid on those and at times. I don't know. I don't really have too much else to analyze about half number 1, so wondering if you have anything.
Well, okay, I do. Kira, so the Devilman deaths, right? Kira is 9 deaths to 7 from Sin Karma, right? Sin Karma's putting out over 200 more DPM. Sin Karma's getting less heals than Kira. Kira is getting 26% of the team's heals pumped into him, and he's still just dying and not outputting the damage. In Highlander, it's so like not good to put a lot of blame on one person, because it is a 9-man team, right? Like, if something's going wrong with one player, it can oftentimes be assisted by someone else. Like, maybe your role's getting focused, maybe Fish is constantly being looked for, maybe Kira's being focused in on. But after a certain point, you can't take that much heals from your team and not do your part to match the opposition on their player, on their character, right? So we really just need to see Kira step up and do some more damage, right? It feels like, oh, Delma, just do more damage. But if you're not able to help your Scout clean up, it's just not, you're not going to win product.
I agree fully. We are back in and ready for half number 2. You said we're playing all 4 here.
Yep, first to 4. So 2-0 already. Only 2 more needed for Fun to go up 1-0 in the series. Mid-fight, popping off quickly. Early bomb from Dur. They're going to counter-bomb him onto concrete. There's an early take onto Sin Karma, though. And with Lenny going down to a minigun of all things, that's going to be an easy mid-fight win for the Frauds. Trying to get in on the back line is their soldier right now. Rebel running through connector, doing damage. And that's just a 3 for, 2 that happened on mid.
Yeah, Team Frauds definitely coming out swinging again here. 2 mid-fights in a row in their favor. That sniper is going to be propped up looking for a shot into main.
I like that angle, the windowsill sightline. It's cheesy, it works one time. If you can get a pick, it's definitely very good. And with both medics living, it's going to be an exchange here very quick off the rip.
Yep, looking at Exile's positioning. X-Hunter going down. Arbiter finding his second of his life. Need to see Lenny find to pick onto him soon. HB's dead. Here's the exchange on point. Kira versus Nixie. Ether's going to be jumping in.
Amazing counterbomb on post to get on China. They have to back up immediately. There's no position gain for Fun at all.
Yep, no picks, no points. Sin Karma going to get taken down. Arbiter on a 3K right now. Lenny finds Boy. Did Lenny go down earlier? Did Lenny go down before that last fight? Also, Fish behind right now. Lenny's down.
Well, Lenny
now,
went
that's
down
for
now
sure.
of all things, and with Dur getting reflected, that's a two-man two picks coming back in favor of Frauds. They have their players alive, both meds on even Uber, and with AGB chased down, all of a sudden there's not much to work with. Blake is very low, 1 HP. If Fish sees he can go in, easy pick for Fish onto Blake. Lenny gets some revenge onto Arbiter, but it's not going to be enough. They don't even get the point capped. Lenny trying his best to get some cleanup, but Sin Karma is here all alone on point, finally gets some support from his engineer, and they're going to get the cap with their spawners. But again, Exile living a full Uber ad for Frauds.
Full Uber and 135 left on the clock here. Team Fun definitely struggling more than we expected they would. Might drop around here at this rate. Team Frauds just needs to get a clean push out. Have to be careful of Lenny, of course. Can't peek as medic without risking a lot. Fish is going to be calling out that location though of the snipers, so they should be able to avoid. They're going to be able to pop in
coming to the backline. A lot of damage being dealt. Ether in the backline once again. 2 rockets onto Blake, hitting that rocket right before he can get to the pack. Amazing Uber and bomb combo there from Frauds to just demolish the combo of Fun. They're bleeding out even now. Just a spy left. AGB all alone, can't find the pick. An easy recapture, easy medic advantage once again for Frauds.
Yep, it's not going to be as big as last time in terms of Uber ad, but considerable shift from round number 1. Team Frauds looking very clean here and definitely in control of this round.
Yep, we'll have to see if they can actually get across the finish line, though. Remember, last round they had an advantage on the clock and medic about this big. Still, we'll have to see if they can get it across, as I said. Now AGB picked off early in this one. They're going to stack onto point. I like the play. Immediately get a pick onto Kira. They're going to get shredded, though, by the hit scan of Yate and Poi. Just demolished in the backline. Poi doubling up onto Carson. And honestly, going down means that Blake has to get out of dodge. They're out behind house, though. They do manage to make it out with their lives.
Lenny will go down. Finds the body shot onto Ether, but the rocket from the grave kills the sniper. It's only going to be a couple of seconds without him, but an opportunity here for Arbiter. Can just take any sight like he wants.
Teleporters now. Can he find anything? That he got called out. He's not going to get anything. Now Uber exchange on the point coming through. A big flash onto Poi keeps him alive and gets the kill onto Sin Karma. Great thinking there from Exile
HB,
once
nice
again.
Pick. HB finds Arbiter and will escape. And now Lenny picking up Yates, so a couple of picks in favor of Team Fun. X-Hunter finds Kira as well. They should be able to get back in here. 15 seconds counting down for Team Frauds left on the clock. Team Fun, they're struggling a bit here.
Yeah, they do get the recapture. 2-minute disadvantage right now on the clock for them. This time, at least they'll have even Ubers to work with as Blake managed to keep charging that one. Lenny is a big piece here for Fun's comeback in this round if it is to happen. He's posted up on Rock full buff. He needs to not lose an SVS here like he has been throughout the entirety of the round so far. Big bomb onto China here from Dirt. Spot things out. Tries to go for the engineer pick. Does find it, but they get a counter bomb. Not sure if that's worth it.
Yeah, he's going to go down. Fish on the other side of things, so it's going to be 2 for 2 now as Sin Karma's picked off. Kira finding the kill there will die in the end, so numbers still in favor of Team Fun. Uber's approaching 100%. Nixie cleans up his third there as he finds Arbiter. So once again, Lenny and the rest of Team Fun have those sniper sightlines to work with.
Yeah, watch Lenny. He's so important here. If he can find a pick early, he has a sightline on it. He finds a kill onto Yate. That's no scout for the Uber coming through. It's going to have to be a solo onto BM, rather. They drop Kira, too. That is not at all what Frogs wanted. They have nothing in this exchange at all to work with. They're going to get bombed by the Demo Soldier combo on
Arbiter.
Tons of damage. Jur does go down, but a kill onto Rebel means that the Uber exchange is even in the end for numbers.
And they do find Arbiter at the end of the day as well. Fish is camping that teleporter, might find Honesty, but Carson's going back and will make that call out, so no heavy down for Team Fun as they seek to even up this clock. 40 and counting down against the Frauds with 11, and it's even Ubers. So Frauds in the driver's seat.
Fish, the pick he needed, killing Blake, the opposing medic who was previously on even Ubers. Now full ad goes in favor of Frauds. They're trying to flood point. A lot of damage being dealt by Hunter, but they get cleaned up on the bomb. That pick was exactly what Fish needed to find. Had a slow first half, but that one is round winning. Exile now with full Uber to work with. Last minute desperation stacks coming in.
Lenny does find Arbiter, but it's not really going to matter here. Presence on point, only the engineer, no one else can touch. Frauds finds a round, definitely making this one a bit more interesting.
I'm going to say what we're all thinking, right? they were about to throw that 2-minute lead. They were about to throw it. Like, because we saw the exact same thing happen in round 2, round 3, it picks up. Same 2-minute advantage, same failure to win any exchanges, but Fish breaks the deadlock. That pick is, like I said, round winning. I don't know if they're able to win that.
Oh, Arbiter once again picks up Lenny on the opener. And now they're also going to fall. Beam and Rebel on the other side of things, and XL's in trouble. Will go down to X Hunter. Funny.
Oh, Blake's dead!
Oh no, Arbiter finds his second.
Arbiter's the last man alive. That was hilarious. Blake went on a wild ride there. He got bombed by Ether right when, like, they already lost the mid from the get-go, right? Because they lost some new players. Ether said, I'm sacking, I need to get the medic. He hits one rocket onto Blake. Blake surfs it onto the crate. Splash rocket doesn't kill. Because he got blown on top of the crate, Arbiter had a sightline. And then Arbiter taunting and spawn, a bit of a fun moment there. But at the end of the day, it's going to be even Ubers and point ad for Team Fun.
Yeah, even though X Hunter does go down here to Arbiter, it seemed like Lenny's doing a bit better. I don't know. It's hard to say, but Lenny's now dead. It's now Sin Karma dead as well. Fraud's gonna have an easy time recapping this. Although I guess Arbiter dead as well will be on much longer spawns. It's gonna be about 10 seconds of sniper advantage. Again,
2 kills. Blake and Dur going down, being amazing for his team, getting those picks. They are at a numbers disad here, but with spawn advantage, they should be able to get back onto the point. They actually don't spawn it. They have the point right now. I didn't even notice that I didn't get capped up here by Fun. Like, with that, though, they will get their cap, get back into the time lead. But Exile, with 90% Uber, once again, gonna help his team go. And AGB caught out once again during dead time. He escapes doing the ring around the rosy with the bicycle, though, so gonna keep his life.
Yeah, not the most important. Oh, Lenny finds the Arbiter. It's fine, not the most important class to stay alive, but you want him to be a looming threat. Lenny has been struggling, though. The Uber's going to be out.
I see a Fish pick. He's getting Sin Karma on the backline. Can't find the medic. Delman flew right into his grasp. Now Uber out on the point. Gets denied, though, by a good Pyro Air Blast from Hunter. Trades his life for it. Dur in the post gets 2 kills on T8 and Kira. Point getting SMG'd down by Lenny. That's a bit of a more rare weapon for Lenny from what I've seen, but they will keep the point from that. And now full Uber at it once again.
Excuse me for my voice there. That was weird. I was trying to say soldier and it didn't quite work. Anyway, seeing in this situation here, Fun with full Uber and the point and time advantage of about a minute. They are sitting pretty. Dur needs to stay alive though. AGB going to go down here. Sin Karma playing very aggressively. Point trying to break through. Uber out for the red team, trying to find that medic, but they're not going to be able to. A good kite by the side of Exile and the few who remain alive. So not what Team Fun was trying to find. They don't get that medic. And,
I like the aggressive Uber there just because they're in the time lead. They know they've been more clutch in the stretch. So just by popping in and killing 4 players, you stall the timer for a lot longer. Because of that, they get another free 30 seconds off the clock. Even if now Exile has Uber ad, it's not going to be the biggest deal in the long run is what they're playing for. Arbiter opening things up with a pick onto Honesty is big. And doubling up onto Lenny. He's been on fire today and opening things up for his team.
Oh my god, he finds another onto Nixie there. He's on a 3K, as you mentioned. The Uber now faded. Not going to result in a Blake death. We've seen so many Blake deaths, but not in this exchange. So going to be big ad for the side of Team Fun. 39 on the clock for them. Frauds have the point, but a while to burn
Arbiter
through.
about to pop off. Both of them staring at the angle. Arbiter standing on top of the rock.
Uber is out.
Uber coming out.
Looking for the medic and finding Exile going down. Sin Karma gets 4. Ether falling there as well to X Hunter. This should be the point. Only losing Lenny, who's now respawned. So Team Fun in commanding lead.
Yeah, they get that point. They get the medic pick as well. Exile not dying often, but that time does get taken down. And with that 30 seconds left on the clock for Team Fun, they have a very easy avenue to taking this round. Remember, they did actually lose the previous one, so we have another to go if they do win in the half. Trying to get that comeback win. Now it's going to be an early pick from Fish onto Honesty. Doubles up with help onto AGB. So now those picks are going to be crucial to help them walk on the point.
Yep, Team Fun only got 10 seconds left here, but they've got to keep people alive. They're very weak as a Sin Karma getting very weak.
Fish butter knife, and they're gonna clean up Yate 2K onto Blake and Nixie in the backline. Getting that capture is huge. Now they are at the 2-minute disad with the medic advantage. We'll have to see. They need to take this one back if they want to even things up at 2-2. Frauds, can they make it happen?
I keep forgetting that, Team Fun's only got a one-round lead. We're only on map 1. It's a best of 3 tonight. We're in playoffs. This is turned into a much more intense match than we were expecting. And we're only on map number 1. The Uber going to be out onto Kira, getting stumped.
Good deny. Hunter's just destroying this Uber.
Down. So not able to find the classic Blake pick this time. Honestly, it's picked up by Arbiter, finds Nura as well. Lenny only gets Kira out of this. The Fraud's sniper.
Oh,
a lot of work.
Picks up Exile at the tail end of that. Arbiter's on 5k, but you need more than just your sniper alive to defend it. There's going to be a round back in favor of Team Fun. We are now 3-1 overall. One more round is all Fun needs. And for all you 4-0 predictors in the chat, well, your prediction got ruined earlier, so.
Yeah, I was one of them. Big sad, but Fraud's making it a little bit more interesting, I suppose, this rollout gets underway. Gonna be looking for the sniper picks. There it is. Lenny finds Arbiter this time. Good news for the Team Fun. They also go to pick up the Ether, but Blake goes down to an early stab from Fish.
2 kills again. Even though Fish is picking up these kills, his team just isn't alive on the point. They're getting rolled in the backline. Dur and Nixie combining for some kills onto Poi and Rebel. And with that, even though they lose their medic immediately to a Fish backstab, they're still capping up and winning the point. Good delay. Do they delay? Yeah, I think they delayed for Blake, so Blake will be back up charging, but he is at about a 60% disad.
Arbiter with a good early pick onto Sin Karma, so as you mentioned, about 60% disad for Team Fun. They do have the point, but not for long.
Oh my god,
picked
Arbiter.
off as well. Arbiter, he's really popping off here tonight.
Yeah, he just knows where all the heads are to click. He's doing tons of work getting those picks over and over. Found Lenny over on concrete at the start. Probably got a call from his team. And all of a sudden now, with no Uber, no point, they're going to try to dry rush in. It's not going to work too well. Hunter gets picked off by Arbiter once again. They get Poi, but that's about it. A heavy on defense is a decent pick to find, but Teleporter is up. He'll be able to get right back into the action. Now Blake on 85%. Lenny posted on that porch area. Doesn't hit the shot onto the Devil Man. He's getting called out now by Fish, so we'll have to see what Team Fun want to do here with this Uber. Again, Arbiter shuts Lenny down.
Yeah, that is kind of disappointing right now from Lenny. Being picked off so many times, the Uber exchange happens. It's really bad for Blake and the rest of Team Fun. Doesn't have anyone to work with there. Does end up living through it, which is the key for Blake right now, trying to get some arrows out. But the Fraud's in commanding lead right now around the point.
Yep, and fake call connected from Blake. Neither medic has him, with Lenny now on the point, taking some matters into his own hands with a pick onto Poi. They do get the capture through with sheer manpower from the respawn advantage. Now both meds at about 45-50%, going to be charging up. Heard Spy get lit on fire, but he will be just fine in the end. And now Team Fun, their second cap of the round. We'll have to see what they can do with it. They have small ad. They're going to push forward. They need to get aggressive.
Yeah, the Frauds need to get out of here cleanly. Poi is likely going to go down here. Will die to the butter knife, actually. Yeah, AJB finds that one. And the rotation comes through for the Frauds. They're trying to get out through Cliff this time. It looks like they will be successful as Ether gets forward. Now getting in trouble. Arbiter is dead. Lenny finding that nice
They're going to contest it on Cliff right now. Uber exchange on enemy Cliff right now. Sin Cara popped up, left to die. He can't get a flash at all. Carson, AGB picked up in post as well. It's a 6v6 right now until Lenny just picks Kira out immediately. Now bomb over the top from Ether does a lot of damage, helps get the kill onto Dur. With Rebel going down though, they don't have enough hit scan to keep walking forward, and Lenny is standing tall, shuts down Exile, pick onto the enemy medic. Those have been rare for Team Fun, but that one's going to be crucial.
Yeah, huge pick there at the end. Team Fun gonna have that 50% ad to work with. Fish lurking in the backline. Will he be able to find it? It might just be Camp Telly time. Dur is going to be in. AGB dead. Dur with a nice play to Exile finds the kill, so it's going to be, again, full ad for Team Fun. And as a couple go down, a lot go down on the side of the Fraud. Team Fun making it more interesting here. Honesty, 5K.
Yeah, that's Exile's first consecutive deaths that I remember on this entire map, and that's probably going to end things for them. Now, full Uber ad for Blake coming through. They have the entire Uber to hold forward. Kira gets sniped down by Lenny. Lenny turning things up in this potentially final round on a 6K for Team Fun. 7K onto Ether, shutting down these players over and over.
This is what I was expecting from Lenny. That Uber comes out, they're going to be pushing into the spawn. If they can find BM here, it'd be great. Instead, Arbiter will find X Hunter, but Lenny on the 7K is nothing less than I was expecting to see all game. And so good to see him turning it on here. The breakout through Cliff will go through the scout, doing his best to stall. Now a soldier coming in. Lenny will find his 8. Tur finds Kira. No demo alive. And Exile falls to the win. Honesty finds 7. But Blake picked off by Arbiter there. Now
it's not going to matter. 17 seconds. They need to sack onto the point. Boy, last man alive. He's going to go down right now. That's a delayed full ace for the side of Team Fun. They just got to hold these players off the point. If they can't, they got to air blast them off at one time. They're stuck in spawn. They're getting shredded. Can anyone get there? They're standing in the way. They're being body blockers. Kira, only one who can make it, can't get there in time. And that's going to be the 4-1 in favor of Team Fun.
Yep, sort of similar to what we were predicting the frauds, making it a bit more interesting than we initially thought it might be, but then we really saw at the end of the game, or end of the map, rather, Lenny starting to turn on the gas, and Cook with high heat picks up a 7K to end that map. 4-1 on Team Fun's pick. Now we go to Swiftwater, right?
Yep, Swiftwater is up next. I want to talk briefly about this result, right? Because we all know the old cliche of, oh, the game was closer than the score made it out to be. I'd argue this is the reverse of that. We're like, oh, it's 4-1. You think it's fairly one-sided, but oh, frauds were contentious in many of the rounds. But honestly, if you look at the rounds, Team Fun kind of dominated them when it came down to it. A lot of the closest was made up for by big plays and overperformance from... Okay, I don't want to say overperformance. I want to say underperformance from Team Fun, because we saw in that last round what Lenny can do, right? It took him 5 rounds to get up to that ceiling, where he just destroying the enemy team on repeat. We saw the Demo Man advantage in the first half was so big for the side of Team Fun, like over 250 DPM on product. It is so hard to overcome that, which is part of the reason why the 2-0 happened, even though Blake could not stay alive. And that's another thing. Exile played phenomenally on this product game from the losing team. I'm gonna check total deaths. Exile, let's see, in this half, he's 6 to Blake's 8. So Exile is 4 less deaths than Blake when his team lost 4-1. All of that points to your team doing better than only 1 round.
Yeah. Seeing... Oh, shoot, I can't get the... Oh, they're doing 1/2, says Dolphin.
No, we're doing.
Oh, we're doing 1/2.
Okay, so a little update on the status of the doubleheader, right? Because we were originally planning to do the second match tonight, we were planning to do the Froggieland Squirtyay match because it's the 2 versus 3 seed, and this one happened to be at 8:30. This was kind of a secondary, not concern, but like the secondary one that we were looking at. So we got to see map 1. Team Fun ended up winning that one 4-1. We're going to watch 1/2 here of Swiftwater, right? And then we're going to transition to the next match, the Squirtyay versus Froggieland match. If you do want, or if you are invested into the end of this one and you want to see the end, I'm sure that there are some streams that Dolphin might plug in the chat at some point. You all might know, which of your friends in these matches are streaming too, so you can have that one up as well if you want to continue watching that one. But yeah, again, because our original goal was to cast the second match here tonight, and this one happened to be an hour earlier, that one's going to be our primary concern moving forward.
Yep, and it is, likely going to be a Team Fun victory here as well. The other match, the number 2 versus number 3 seed, is certainly going to be closer. Correct score guessers up on stream now. Congrats to not too many of you on the 4-1. I guess that's a good transition. Wondering what you're expecting to see score-wise on map number 2.
It's hard to go anything but 2-0 for Team Fun. Also, I want to point out, that round that Frauds just took is the first round that Fun have dropped all season. So, congratulations to them for that one, right? You did what no other team could. You feel like you could have done more, but at the same time, you accomplished what no one else did quite yet. Your task is monumental.
We might be...
Okay.
We're
getting word from Dolphin that because the other match is going to start about 9:30, like sharp, rather than the 15-minute delay that we're used to in Highlander, we might transition to that one right away. And, so we'll update you on that. I do believe that's what we're going to do here. So if we do that, then Alto will be coming in as well. So Godfather, what do you want to say here? Because we saw what just happened, right?
Well, Alto isn't here quite yet.
Okay, another update from Dolphin. this round for this Swiftwater map is starting in a minute, right? So we're going to watch this until the next match starts.
And hopefully by that time we will have Alto with us, and it'll be a seamless transition as soon as.
Oh yeah, seamless.
Yeah, seamless. You know, it's TF2. Nothing ever goes wrong.
I'm sure the other match can wait 5 minutes for us to get set here. It's whatever, but. Yeah, so the Working from Dolphin is in the other match here coming up soon. Some of the players need to leave early, so we're starting 9:30 sharp or as close to it as possible. So again, we're watching the rest of the fun frauds match until that 9:30 mark. So we'll have time for like half to one round coming out because we're expecting this Swiftwater here to start in just a second. So Dolphin, I do believe we're getting started here. Transitions to the cams. A bit of Swiftwater for you guys before we leave this match.
Yeah, fun up 1-0 in the best of 3 against the frauds. We'll see the classic setup, I'm sure, defensively. And then, yeah, stay tuned very soon for number 2 versus number 3, as Alto will show up to take over for me, and we'll get main coverage of that matchup for the rest of the night.
No, again, sorry for the weird production stuff, but again, like this match is supplementary, right? It just happened to be they're playing this 1 hour earlier, so we figured it's playoffs, might as well get in a bit of an early cast, a bit of extra coverage for you. This was never our intention at the start, but you know, we just thought we'd bring you a bit of extra stuff. So again, thank you for bearing with us while we figure all this out. But we will be getting the frauds versus, or not the frauds, the Squirtyay versus Froggieland match to you as close to 9:30 as possible.
Yep, hopefully that'll all go pretty well here. My HUD may be broken, so I don't know how much time we have.
Dolphin,
before.
get the blue spawn. Someone's doing the demo charge spam.
Yes. I assume
the
you
Swiftwater
do that
Classic.
Too. Yeah, the Swiftwater Classic for sure. Okay, the door is now going to be opening for map number 2. Now opening. My HUD's
Dur has a spoon out, I think. I wonder if he's going to try and hit someone with that, perhaps. He's looking for the jump. Right now, it's being held on roof. Dur, go over, he tries it!
No
I knew he'd
way.
try it! I saw it, like he's going for it. That's great.
That is great. Kind of incredible. There's a stab onto Arbiter. RGLgg will die for it. But a nice find there. Lenny also dead to Fish, so Spies finding this snipers, and, well, Fish lived on it. Ether is in on Distant Karma. One more rocket would have killed, but will go down to that mini sentry. Pretty slow first.
Yeah, that said, it's ×1 on cart. You want ×2 on it. They're finally going to get their heavy and their scout onto it for Team Fun. It is Team Fun starting on offense here. Frauds on defense. We'll have to see what kind of defense they can put out. We're going to be watching them for about 5 minutes here. So if they last the entire 5 minutes, that's a good start, I have to say.
Yeah, Team Fun has a big opportunity to set a really fast time here, I would say. They are 40% on that Bats backup. Both teams have that full Uber, so we should see a push in through your connector soon here.
Yeah, Apartments Uber coming through. Looks very standard. Scout Pyro leading through, trying to get through the choke point. Sticky's over the top, not dead quite yet. Air Blast going crazy here as both Pyros are in space mode. It is going to be BM and Arbiter getting deaded on right after, and with Rebel going down in the tunnel, it's a 2-man ad for the side for Fun on the offense. The defense just crumbling over and over here. They're left with only the main combo force up in the apartments. They lose a sentry gun as well to RGLgg and a Sapper. So with that, Fun are just rolling through the tunnel.
RGLgg is in, gets Kira as well. And now Exile has to escape. Dur and RGLgg trying to gun them down. Can Dur get the whip out? It will be the butter knife instead.
Butter knife down! He got butter knifed by RGLgg right before he can get to the pack. That is amazing pick at the end there to get Blake a 55% Uber ad to work with. Now all of a sudden, third getting snowballed quick. Arbiter tries to get a pick back for his team, but will they be able to overcome the sticky bombs, the dreaded stickies on the spawn shutter? Fish not gonna get out, and Dur, 2 big rockets taking down Gate and Arbiter.
Arbiter dead means all the more room for Team Fun here. They're going to come in and cap point number 3. We were 148 for 2 points, 214 for 3. A very fast 3 there for Team Fun. Now they're looking for point number 5. Trying to get forward. No gun right now.
Dur has a banner already. They're going to battalions forward and try to get super aggressive over the top. Hero's dead already. Ether point dropping right after. Kill streak after kill streak for the members of Team Fun. Ramp is wiped. Remember how I said it'd be cool if Frauds could last the 5 minutes before we left? It's not looking likely at this point.
not at all. Fraud's kind of routed from their positioning just by a battalion's backup. The Uber not even used, and it is 20 ads still. They likely will be even by the time it's used. Ether goes down.
They're just Ubering their spawn before 4th is captured.
Yep, looking at the pick glasses right now on point. Will look for something, doesn't get anything. As Kira's actually now spamming out this point, Carson's going to go down.
Oh, the
and
cart
the cart
almost
rolls
made it
back.
up. They stopped it. It is going to now be a scout onto it. Nixie trying to get the cap up there, running at them from all angles, and now 4th gets captured. Okay, Exile is poor Ubered medic all alone, getting air blast in the sky. Meets up with his demo man at least, but they have to get out of dodge here quick. Getting chased down. Can he do the jump? They do make it out in time. Will it matter? Because their spawn is currently under siege.
Yeah, that Uber will now be even. Now not at all. Exile taken down by HB with the backstab there. X-Hunter looking for some for an escape as Sin Karma picks up Kira. So multiple kill streaks, as you mentioned, for the side of Team Fun. Honesty sticking at the top of the scoreboard right now. Fish trying to get out. HB is in. The cart being contested now by Boy. The soldier coming up.
Wait, this is just gonna go in. Hunter's gonna air blast him off the cart.
Yeah, that's free. That is the freest 5 points
Okay,
and
4 minutes.
356.
Okay, so I hope you all understand why we're transitioning away from this match in a minute here. Okay, jokes aside, we were expecting Team Fun to take it. That hard, that's a bit much. So yeah, they're gonna be a 4-minute time. I'm gonna be honest, they're winning this round. If they lose this round, it's the biggest throw in RGL history, I'll say it right now. But yeah, with that, we're gonna transition to the next matchup, which is going to be that Squirtyay versus Froggieland matchup. So thank you all for watching that first half. We'll get to the main event in just a second. Godfather, you're gonna be transitioning out here for Alto in just a second. Any last shout outs you want to give?
Shout out to you guys, Dolphin, for doing this, and enjoy Alto and this better matchup. Peace out, guys.
Yep, and update, Casper will be casting the rest of Fun vs. Fraud, so if you're interested, get that one up on your second monitor. If not, stay with us. We'll be right there for the next matchup. Oh, hey, Alto, how you doing?
Thanks for bringing me in. I truly am the main event. Thanks for keeping the chair warm, Godfather.
Yeah, Alto, your mic is on the wrong one, I think.
Did it do the... I think it did.
Yeah, Alto getting home from work, coming through to cast the match for all you guys. It's been a while since he's been on cast. I think he's missed the last 3 weeks or so. Almost missed this week, too, but...
Any test? Any better?
A little bit better. I think we can deal with this for now.
Yeah, three weeks plus that one match there, or what I guess remains of it after
one
I
and a
caught
half.
that brutal
Yeah.
offense there. No, good to be back. Had a string of events pop up on Mondays, be it work events, long drives, and subbing for the main team I'm mentoring. So good to be back though, and glad that we're gonna have the hopefully the closer match tonight.
Yep, and with that, we've been given Connect info. We can go ahead and run down the rosters real quick. For Froggieland versus Squirtyay taking place. The pick ban, we don't have it on screen right now, but it looks like we are set up for Upward Map 1.
Yeah, I do. Well, let's do the rosters first before we start talking about the maps, because I think the map talk should be pretty quick. On the side of Froggieland, it will be Technomo on Scout, Catalyst on Soldier, Pyrus on Pyro, Townsy on Demo Man, Moist on Heavy, Exa on Engineer, Virgil on Medic, Poseidon, Ringing Sniper on Spy, so team leader / mascot Sar, not in tonight, and Construed on Spy.
Yep, and on the side of Squirtyay is going to be Wish on Scout, Pup on Soldier, Figsy on Pyro, Johnny from Cali on Demo Man, Nurks on Heavy, Pickles on Engineer, DZ Creeper on Medic, Percy on Sniper, and Pajaro on Spy.
And I wanna talk about the map set because I think we can get over this pretty quickly.
Yeah, we do have them
this
in the doc.
Might be the most sensical, no complaints, both teams playing to their win condition map pick I can recall. And it's very simple. If you recall last playoffs, even though Froggieland is almost a different team, that team was very strong on payload, not too good on Koth. Over the course of the regular season, we've seen Squirtyay be extremely dominant in their Koth matchups and look pretty lost on payload. And I remember saying to, I think it was AGB actually, at an earlier point in the season, that we were talking about how there's a little bit of an inherent imbalance in the map rotation with there being more stopwatch than Koth. As, 7 weeks in the season, 3 payload, 3 Koth, but then Steel as that 4th stopwatch means that any team, including the lower seed, can always force double stopwatch in a playoffs match. And Squirtyay may be the team who will get, kind of worked over by that the most in RGL history, because I don't know if we've seen a team with as big of a discrepancy between their Koth and stopwatch abilities.
Yeah, I
So-
mean, you can argue that the Penguins rosters of old, but yeah, in recent history, Squirtyay definitely have been very 50-50 on that, very split. So, for reference, the map rotation we're going to be at here is Upward, first pick from Froggieland, Squirtyay picking Ashville, and then a Steel tiebreaker if needed.
And for full context, it started out with Squirtyay banning Vigil, banning out a payload map. Vigil probably the one they feel the least confident on. We saw them look extremely shaky against RR on it, dropping around to a team that, did not finish that near to them in the standings towards the end. Froggieland banned Product, taking away, the most Koth map from the Koth team, and picked Upward. Then Squirtyay picked Ashville, the second most Koth map in the rotation, banned Swift, meaning that there was only Steel and Prut left, and Froggieland, sticking to their guns on stopwatch, picked Steel, leaving Prut untouched. So, Upward, Ash, Steel, pretty classic Highlander trio. Was hoping we'd get to see some Prut tonight, but it makes sense why neither team really wanted to pick it, because as far as Koth maps go, Squirtyay is probably the least familiar with it, and Froggieland just doesn't want to pick, a payload, and as the upper seed, or as Koth, and as the upper seed, they don't have to.
Yeah, and a part of the regular season matchup was on Prut, and it was won by Squirtyay 4-2. So Froggieland, again, they don't want to pick that. Squirtyay, they would probably pick it if they had the upper seed here, but unfortunately for them, they don't. So going to be on double stopwatch in the end. So that means that if they want to avoid going to Steel, which is a map that we've seen them have problems on, they need to win on Upward, and that's going to be up first. We'll have to see if they can do it. Froggieland, I do think that despite them being the second seed, I'd probably put them lower in my postseason rankings than Squirtyay, just based off of how we saw them ramp up towards the end of the season. But that said, I do think Upward, like you said, is a very good map that plays to their strengths as a team, and I think that they have a chance here.
I think it's interesting that you put them above, because the way I see it, so long as teams can force double stopwatch, which they'll always be able to, it's very difficult for me to see Squirtyay beating really any of the other playoff teams, because granted, they won against Frauds and Froggieland, but that was both on Koth. And in a situation where they're only going to have one Koth, realistically, assuming any team plays them double stopwatch, or maybe Team Fun may just go Koth against them, and they still be able to outmuscle them. But Squirtyay went undefeated on Koth this season against Frauds and Froggieland, who are two of the other playoff teams in Guerrilla Warfare, versus going 2-2 on payload with a loss against Somebody Help in that last week of the season, which, standings wise, right? Squirtyay was 5-1, Somebody Help was 2-4 at that time.
Yeah, I mean, you can argue Steel is Steel, and also you can argue
but it's a map tonight.
Yeah, but you can also argue Team Fun beating them on stopwatch is whatever, because they would beat them on any map.
Right, but when you consider the fact that they dropped a half against RR on payload, they dropped a half against Tunic Vex on payload, they dropped a match against Somebody Help on stopwatch, and they looked honestly pretty lost against Team Fun in week 1. Not a single one of their 4 stopwatches during the regular season has really looked solid.
Yeah, I can understand where you're coming from there. They have not shown us the ability to actually win matches against top tier teams on payload. Even to win against middling RGL teams on payload, right? Sometimes it looks better. And this is also Squirtyay. We mentioned that they're a team that all of their wins were not clean. The reason why they're third seed, despite being 5 wins, is because they lost rounds in every single match that they've played. So this team, they haven't been clean, they haven't been consistent, but they've got the job done in the end. The question is, can they actually do it on a map type that they haven't shown us the ability to do on quite yet? I think that postseason is a different beast from regular season as a whole, and I think that judging their entire stopwatch pool based on a loss to Fun and a loss to the best Steel team, one of the best Steel teams we've seen in recent history on Steel, isn't necessarily the most fair thing. So I'll give them the benefit of the doubt for now, but like we've said, they have to prove it.
Yeah, and I think, granted, I can understand the logic of maybe arguing Squirtyay is the stronger overall team, where I think they're far better. My expectation is that they're going to be far better than Froggieland on Koth, while they're only going to be, a middling amount behind them on stopwatch. But the fact of the matter is, they're going to have to play 2 stopwatches every single match unless it's potentially against Team Fun. So with the, you know, if the map pool was more even, right? Alternatively, if it was flipped and you could always force call, I would say that Squirtyay is easily the favorite for second place going into this. But again, with the double stopwatch as is, I can't realistically see them beating Froggy tonight or in a potential second matchup unless Froggy fumbles the map picks by giving them double call.
Figsy said in chat, casters inspect my home wrecker. I'm looking at the home wrecker, which isn't a normal pyromelee choice. I thought there'd be like a name on it. It's not named. It's just a normal home wrecker. I just wanted us to draw attention to it. Like, I am running the home wrecker to stop sappers, which, if it's true, I hate you, Figsy, because I'm a spy player and I hate when you do that. But
what if it would have been really 400 IQ if she wasn't running home wrecker?
And they were, and like the other team was ghosting the cast. Either way, Townsy high bomb. They're gonna try and get the sack onto the sentry gun. It's gonna do a bit of damage, but not gonna find any kills or force. So 5 kills going on the sack. That's just a normal upward sack coming through. Nothing too crazy so far.
Yeah, DZ Creeper doing a really good job of utilizing dispenser armor there. Didn't even actually see him for a sec because I thought his med beam was the beam coming out of the dispenser for a second. So I couldn't see him in free cam. Makes no wonder they weren't able to force him in that. Although Construed is, look at this, going for the decloak on Poppy turns, gets caught. Find it. The cheese play does not work out as the Ubers go through. Poppy though does go down, so no banner.
Uber exchange on the hill over the top. It ends favorably in position for the defense here. Squirtyay doing some work, but Wish too far forward. Gets caught out trying to chase a kill in spawn. Trading the offensive engineer for your scout isn't exactly what you're going to want here. With Evil dropping in post, that's 6 versus 8 in favor of Froggieland going to get the repush over the top of the hill. Both snipers kind of avoiding each other right now, looking for any picks they can find, trying to avoid the silence as best they can. When you see Technomo jump onto Playground, Construct gets his knife melted as well. Now they're trying to push over the top, but it's just a stalemate right now.
Yeah, and I mean, despite that numbers ad, not able to really muscle their way in there. Construed and X are going to go down. Construed still unable to find anything. Did get the tally, actually, I believe. So, was able to find that at least. But,
SBS win from Poseidon onto Percy there is big for the ongoing fight. Townsy barely going to stay
look
alive
how
after that
forward
rocket.
Squirtyay's playing. I like this.
Yeah,
Sniper goes down, get up,
yep.
get personal, try to find a pick. Granted, Wish goes down, though, and that may backfire on them as Evil gets caught out as well.
You have to try, right? Without your sniper, the sniper's going to post on you, you have to try. Joey Lemons is very low, gets the Uber pop on him, second Uber change on first. Great air blast coming through from Figsy to deny any aggression over the top of the hill. We do see Poseidon relocating onto the bridge area, seeing if he can find any angles to work with. They're looking like they want to get forward onto
Playground.
Playground.
Party onto Playground.
Yep, heavy scout soldier all up there doing work. They're going to get a lot of damage down, force the defense off of this area, but they need help, they need reinforcements, and here they come through main.
Exa just muscling up, getting in there, gonna find the kill onto Nurks on Playground, but even again, with all those players up there, they were unable to get the kill. They needed to trade 2 or 3 people just for Nurks there. They will eventually force them out. Percy gets counter-sniped out, and they will take first, but 2.5 minutes on first is a very good hold coming in here, and I think Squirtyay is going to have to be happy about that.
Yep, that's what we want to see with Squirtyay. We mentioned their call is unproven. That's how you get the momentum rolling on the game type. Yeah, stopwatch rather. That's how you get the momentum rolling. Make sure that you can actually get holds going. And now they are pushed back to second. They're not actually out of their spawn yet, which can be a bad thing. If you're not actually defending over the top, offense gets high ground on you. They get a sniper angle on you. So they're going to take the Uber to retake the space. I like the idea. Uber chain going through, both Ubers just ignoring each other, looking for frags on the side, and it's very favorable for Froggieland.
Yeah, they were actually able to find those frags, and Moist in the window from the grassy north takes out 4. Heavy sniper up there.
I don't know if you can say that on cast, but you know what? I like the analogy, so yeah, that's gonna be easy second
elevated position is that now. But yeah, that is, not I almost said, first hold is good. They just need to try to not get rolled through second. But that's kind of exactly what happens. They will get out through the forward spawn though. That is gonna be Moist.
He's healing Construed! They don't know! Construed! They don't know! He gets the kill into Pickles. He could have had a med pick, he turned on the revolver. Either way, getting the engineer on defense is a very good pick to have. And now the snowball isn't stopping. Poseidon SBS win again onto Percy. We wish going down. There's not much they can do to actually get out of these choke points and defend the cart.
They're giving it up. They're backing out into upper. And despite the good first hold, just a disastrous post Uber on second. I mean, you have to think about it, right? When both combos ignore each other like that, blue is going to win more often than not. Because even if you trade,
right?
Yeah, and even if you trade, that still benefits offense way more than defense if both teams' combos get wiped in the post.
Yep, Poseidon still posted up, takes down Figsy, although Percy will fire back onto Townsy. It's not enough. Cart's getting capped up. Like you said, they are backed out all the way to last, so this is a blazing time through 4:30 overall. For context, an upward average time is around, what, 7 to 8 minutes at this point? So this is definitely a very good start here for Froggieland off of what was a slow start.
You believe Team Fun already capped 5 points on Swiftwater in
That's
40
true.
seconds less than this?
Yeah, yeah.
It's pretty crazy.
Yep. It will be the upper hold, the Taos hold coming through from Squirtyay on the defense. They have the Uber to work with at least here. Level 3 Sentry Gun now fully set up and Percy posted on it. We'll have to see now where this offensive Uber about to go.
Yeah, I'm interested in seeing this, the tiles hold, which is admittedly the standard hold, as the Ubers do come out right here. Gonna be a much better ad for the defense. Pyro's gonna get that air blast off us, so the exchange will go through. Exa the only casualty, and that happened kind of off screen.
The Wrangler.
But I've heard a ton spoken about the new upward blast hold, where everyone holds at spawn, and you just, harass their sniper who tries to take angles in upper, and how effective that it can be. But seeing them in the old tiles hold, maybe it's a matter of comfort, maybe they're able to get and they think it's going to be better, but interested to see how this is going to work. And, I was talking to a couple of players like Adam and AGB and a couple other people on Team Fun about it, and they were saying that, eventually something's going to force your medic here in upper. And that's why teams have transitioned to this new hold. But, we're going to have to see if that will actually come out, and it's on Froggieland to get that force.
Yep, Nerf's gonna get dropped in the front with Evo going down. They're at a 2-man disadvantage. Uber taken up through the back stairs with no contention at all. They will get, they're trying to get the pop, but they actually dropped Figsy there. No Pyro to help them stuff this Uber means the Demo Medic are alone in upper for Squirtyay. They do have a much later Uber though. They're gonna go down. What kills can a solo Demo Man get? The answer is none, as they've lost player after player and Froggieland kite out the entire Uber.
Yeah, and now it's just, great shot by Percy onto Townsy there. May have just saved DZ's life. Probably did, actually. And they're going to get a ton of cleanup kills in there. Spy coming in, going to try to get on to Virgil in lower, but Exa will escort them out. But yeah, that shot from Percy there may have just saved them this point.
Yeah, we saw the entirety of the leftover combo members from Squirtyay backed up into the crates area. If Townsy is alive, they just rain hell on them. They for sure go down or at least lose tiles, but now we will see them retake the area. They're 60% Uber to Virgil's 70, so small disad will likely be fine in the end. Pup also with the battalions. We'll see if he can get that one up in time. Figsy and Joey, though, going down in down times. They have to get out of dodge.
Yeah, losing your combo again. I mean, maybe that's exactly what they're talking about. It's just very easy to just kind of find these kills on players if they're not playing perfectly up there. Now they're going to move into upper. Percy, though, sitting on a 6K.
Percy's dominating. He just
at
touched
spawn.
Townsy and got wrangled because
no
of it.
No pressure, yeah. Just able to
Virgil's dropped.
rail off shots.
Evo
Again,
in the backline
Evo
found a retreating medic all by himself. That is easy pickings for the Spy for Squirtyay, and with that, all of a sudden, DZ Creeper full advantage on the defense, and now they get the transition into the spawn hold.
Yeah, happy to just sit there, and again, I mean, this is exactly what Squirtyay actually had struggled with back in Week 1 against Team Fun. Just, unable to get their sniper set up and upper for long enough. You need to have your sniper win that SVS if you want to break, but it's so easy for the defense. We can see it between the Wrangler, the Heavy, the Demo, all of them just spamming in, trying to make sure that sniper doesn't get an angle. Poseidon currently taking shots through main, but other than Pup playing an upper, there's really no one to see.
I really like what Pup is doing here. He's standing here with battalions in a black box, just being a nuisance over the top, spamming rockets at that sniper peak, like we were saying, and he gets an arrow whenever he needs one. We do see, again, Townsy shut down by Percy. Percy now dominating the enemy Demo Man. Sentry Gun goes down from Pickles, but they will be able to rebuild that in time. In the meantime, Technoa pushing Cart up just a bit.
Upper finds Poseidon, gets the stab through when Moist is right there. And again, that sniper's dead. Nothing matters on offense. Poseidon got that kill onto Figsy, but Figsy's not really, doesn't have too much to contribute to this point. Conster, though, made it into upper. The gun's going to go down.
He gets headshot.
Gets headshot out of spawn. Percy really didn't end up going down, but is still dominating off the respawn. Poseidon finds the counter snipe. This could be big, but Evo, Poseidon's going to get taken out over Pickles and Exa trade each other with the glow stick.
Yeah, both engineers running at each other with their glow sticks. Exa says mine's bigger in the end, takes down Pickles, and they're going to be able to retake ground here on last for now. It is numbers add for Froggieland, though. They have more players, faster spawners, and closer to Uber, so they're going to be able to get players and snowball through. Remember, the spawn hold does require that you get to you spawn camp them in the end, so because they're not up to the shutters, the red team gets to walk out here for free.
Yeah, and I mean, granted they had that Uber ad, but at the same time, it's difficult to really convert that, especially if you're going through main. as they're going to need people to jump up that gun level 1 at the lower spawn right here. X is going to go down. Townsy so far forward, goes down right at 99. There's no demo for this Uber, and they're going to lose ad before it comes back up. Townsy, why?
Yeah, Townsy had a really bad bleed there, unfortunately for them not being able to pop. And Pyrus, he has to get out of dodge now as well. I heard a banner get popped up by Pup over up top. Contru does know where he is. If Contru could find the pick onto the bannered soldier, it would be very big. They're going to let it go. Contru trying to fight him. In the meantime, gets a lot of damage down. Now the Uber coming through main. DZ drops to pipes!
Oh, and all is redeemed, Townsy. All is redeemed as they come in. But he's going to go down as well. They find the kill onto Pup in upper, but the gun still alive. Frags going in favor of Squirtyay. Virgil goes down. Nerk's going to go down as well, but even despite losing their medic, they're still able to manage the hold. Squirtyay showing up on payload tonight.
Evil with a crucial pick onto the opposing medic to negate that heal disadvantage, and now they get spawners again. Evil once again comes around the top, takes down Moist, and Townsy Evil is clutching up to extend this defense even longer.
Yeah, I mean, this was a blazing time through 3, but this has slowed down from blazing to glacial, because I'd imagine we're sitting at 8, potentially 9 minutes at this point.
Yeah, definitely stretching into overtime right now. Contra, he really wants to get Pup out of upper. He's standing.
Evil does it again. How does he keep getting past Pyrus back here?
I think he knows. Like, Pup has to know that he's being targeted here because he's such a bastion he's such a tall wall here to actually get through. Because if this soldier stands up here, you have so many angles to worry about once you actually drop down onto the cart. That's why now they're putting the combo, they're putting flank, they're putting the entire kitchen sink. Everybody's shooting at Pup right now. Look.
Yeah, except Poseidon, who finds Joey in upper. They're going to lose Wish as well, so 2 for 2 are the frags, but losing that defensive demo is big. Pup, though, still in upper, tooting his horn. Pops out that battalion to stay alive as the Uber comes in through main, but there's nothing to find. All it means is DZ just walks back to spawn. The Uber's wasted. DZ now gets on his own, drops down onto the Pyro.
Solo Pyro Uber, this is very out of the ordinary. I'm not actually getting any kills for it. Evil's backstep doesn't land. He's the only casualty in the entire exchange, and now this one resets to the baseline. Technomo, he does a lot of damage, and we see Joey Lim has dropped off high ground, will stay alive for now, and now Poseidon posted in upper, now that Pup is out of there.
Yeah, and they are going to find Nerks as well, so that heavy going down from, the ledge spot going to be big, but Townsy gets traded for it, so it's going to be hard to push in. Catalyst going in for the bomb, finds Percy, no sniper, goes down to Pickles' glow stick right there, but that sniper being down is a really big, advantage for them. They need to try to work Poseidon into upper, but Pup is just playing so solidly here. They're not able to find him as... Oh boy, map 1, half 1, pause 1. Let's go.
It has to be a pause match. I do see Dolphins the camera on Wish. Wish is very dead here unless Technomo misses this shot. If Technomo... Okay, Technomo's crosshair isn't pre-aimed on Wish right now, so Technomo has to hit a flick here. Otherwise, Wish gets to drop lower and take a full pack. Does he hit the shot? If we had time for a poll, then we'd do this. Does Technomo hit the flick here? Otherwise, Wish lives.
It's hard to know without having context on what just happened.
Wish ran in through upper, got a kill, and he's fearless, ran to their entire team.
Is Technomo... Did Technomo
chasing,
already
yes.
shoot
Technomo's
him?
chasing,
Okay, then
yes.
he hits it, yeah.
That's why Wish is low right now.
I don't know if he just turned the corner and sees Wish in midair there, or he's been chasing. I think he hits it.
Wish ran in, killed someone, then tried fighting an entire combo by himself, which is very Wish, but if he dies for it, he'd be getting his just desserts. If he makes it out, it'd be pretty nice because he'll be able to keep cleaning up. In the meantime, while the camera stays here, I do want to talk about how Virgil now has a 30% Uber ad. This is the best chance that Froggieland have had in a while. Do we have a minuscule unpause and repause?
Someone DC'd during pause, apparently, so now they're going to wait for them to get back in.
The odds that Techno hits us is now lower, which is even closer to falling. Yeah, which... Oh, Techno hits him!
Told you.
Yeah. It takes 2 shots, but he does get there in time, so that's going to be a pick at least. Wish the only man dead in the server. And now, like I said, Uber, they're going to go through as fast as they can.
If Uber again coming in through main, they're going to find Joey. Nerks hit up low. Percy goes down. That's no demo, no sniper. This has to be it. As the gun gonna get taken out. Pickles on the glow stick finds one. But Puppy gets taken out in upper. Bigsy is next. The frags will come in. The Uber popped out. But a ton are dead already. That's going to temporarily buy time. Technomo kites to their own spawn. Will go down, but Nerks left out. And that's DZ Creeper in the heavy spot. Medics do not belong there.
Oh,
and the cut. Oh, so close,
okay,
but they will cap it.
I did have to reload real quick.
45. That, my friends, is an 8-minute last push.
Yeah, it's got my HUD through. Yeah, 8 minutes on the last, 12:45. not good at all from Froggieland here. We expected more of them on their map pick coming out. Remember, they are the higher seed, so they got to choose this. This is what they wanted to play, but just not looking crisp at all on offense. And now Squirtyay, they have a chance to overturn the perspective of them on payload here with a win. They held very strong on defense. Their key playmakers made the plays, so now they just have to get it over the line in 12:45.
Drago 61p coming in with a minus 2 seconds off. No one else within
That's
a
crazy.
minute of that.
Yeah. You never predict the home team on Upward to do a 13-minute time, but he was close, so yeah, you knew something we didn't. But yeah, in the meantime, it is going to be a tough hurdle to overcome for Froggieland on the defense here. If they don't want to go down 0-1 on their map with Koth awaiting, they need to bring things back.
I'm thinking how just seeing this upper hold come in and teams really actually finally kind of realize how it's played. All I'm thinking of is how this fits my own purposes and wanting Upward to be taken out of rotation.
Upward sucks, I agree.
Because that's brutal. How do you take an Uber into that?
Yeah, you just have
How
to
are you supposed to take an Uber into that? Through
You just have
main?
to force picks, yeah. Either way, now Sack coming through from Squirtyay. They want to find anything, but Joey Lemons goes too far into the gun, taken down. Pup not finding anything either. Wish as well mulched down. Sack gets nothing. Kind of expected with how disjointed it was, but either way, now they're going to line up for the exchange. Remember, they have to get this through. They have a lot of time to get this through, so they don't have to rush anything.
Should have read a manwich in there. Actually, no, I see the heavy on fists, so maybe there was a manwich. I don't think so, but just yeah, nothing to be found. I mean, Uber's going to come out early. I do like this when you have this much time. Just, you know, get in, get it over with, get those Ubers out. You have the momentum. They are going to find Townsy, so already the snowball's starting to roll in their favor. But DZ taken out in return. Using your med there, gonna slow down this push by a ton. All this damage is going to stick. But Pyrus and Catalyst, they keep bleeding even with heals.
Yeah, they just don't have the position. Playground is taken. Players are up on hill, and they have to get out of dodge. Jump from Joey! That's massive! Gets a kill onto Poseidon. Almost finds the medic, but can't quite. Does a lot of damage. Now, Pop tries his luck, but not gonna get that pick either. So, they do get the back out on Virgil, but that first point was just rolled through in an instant. Remember, that one took 2.5 minutes for Froggieland to get on offense.
Yeah, now granted, they then managed to get the next 2 points in 2 minutes as well, so we'll see, you know, how that ends up, but you need longer holds here from Froggieland if you have 11 minutes to hold. I mean, you want to try to get at least 2 minutes on first there, but already forced into the passive hold here on second does not bode good things for their time.
Yeah, and Construed getting pretty unlucky there, not being able to stay alive here, so we'll end up going down with Poseidon losing the SBS again to Percy. Means that Percy gets free reign. They have to give this up already. Pup high bomb does tons of damage. They're going to Uber out, seeing what they can find. Ubering into a Pyro, though, not going to do too good. They're going to get the kill into Wish, and they don't even get the Pyro either, so only one kill on that Uber out. They're still being held and spawned by a Scout, a Soldier, and a Spy.
Yeah, Evil and Pup both trying to play behind a little bit, and I mean, Uber bought some space, I guess, but
it was not worth it. There's no way.
I mean, it bought a little bit of time. I mean, ultimately, it maybe it doesn't end up mattering too much. Like, if you're going to lose it anyway, are they going to need the Uber here on third? That remains to be seen, right? So,
yeah, you could make the bet that you hold third and fourth for 13
great
minutes.
work, camera work by Dolphin. He saw that caught who is that? That's Nurks scouting out the forward spawn through the grate in lower. Found Catalyst there, and I think Catalyst realized he had been seen and had to back spawn.
Yeah, high-level mind games coming through, but the Uber is being taken from Squirtyay into the defense here. Counter out pretty late from Virgil. They do lose 4, but they have Uber out here. They need to get some cleanup picks. Otherwise, this is not holdable. Construe again gets picked off.
Nurse gets out.
1 HP. Evil finds Exa as well, meaning no engineer for the set. He's revolving Poseidon 2. Big plays from Evil once again, and they're only 4 up while losing their medic. Virgil goes down to Pup in the backline, and this round is pretty much over.
I mean, we're gonna highly efficient gameplay here from Froggieland, getting the map time reduced by the stopwatch time. As this cap comes in here, they're only going to get 30 more seconds on the clock instead of the full 3 minutes.
Yeah, Evil not going to find anything on his decloak, but does stay alive for now. As DZ up to 80% Uber. They are just rushing through as fast as they can. They have players buffed up in main. Cart needs to get a bit further before they take their Uber in. Looks like they're grouping around outside Spiral. We do have a lot of players holding upper, but at the same time, Towns is holding at his spawn, so it's kind of a split Towels and spawn hold going on right now.
Yeah, I think they were just playing up there. Pyrus is just trying to...
I don't like that because they just lose their heavy.
Evil almost got Pyrus, but he power jacked away too quickly. Percy's going to go down, so Poseidon wins the SVS, will maintain kind of safety here. They find the gun and a number of kills, but Poseidon takes out Nurx, and as long as he's sniping uncontested, it's going to be difficult for him to find any leeway into upper here. I mean, 9 minutes, right? You have to assume
he's on upper, but he gets saved by a headshot from Poseidon onto Joey. Townsy could have died there if not for that one, so good on Poseidon to cover his demo man. In the meantime, now 75% for Virgil. They will get Uber in time. They will get a chance to defend from spawn only, but again, it's 8.5 minutes. Is it really possible for them?
Yeah, I mean, granted that the time through third, they were only 30 seconds ahead, so relatively the last hold might work. But look how far Nurx is getting the card up just with the fists. This Townsy was not spamming him, so he's finally going to go down. But he gets the cart from before the health pack, almost right up to the base of the ramp. So good time coming out from him there. Pickle's going to find Nurx in that backline. No comms.
Virgil's dead.
As Virgil drops to Percy in upper. Peeked out a little bit too far and goes down. We saw Squirtyay able to hold it when they lost their med here, but the frags are so far in their favor. The cart's so close. It's not going to matter. Bomb coming out of Battles will temporarily clear cart.
They got an engineer and the demo up top is doing tons of work. Townsy can stop this alone. Spamming sticks does a lot of damage. Butter knife from Constreet onto Joey. Does find the Latrange shot at the end, and in the end, Vigil gets wiped. Taken down by Percy via a headshot. That one was very close, and it does go over in the end, though. So Cap up. 7:25 left on the clock. That half was not close at all.
See, the difference is that Squirtyay was able to defend last when they dropped their medic in a full disad situation.
Yeah, remember DZ Creeper dropped as well, but they actually defended. Okay, so if you told me that one of these two teams was very shaky on stopwatch coming into the postseason and one was a lot better, and
you think it's Squirtyay who
you say Squirtyay was the team that picked upward, because at the end of the day, what happened there in that round was everything that you expect a modern Swiftwater or a modern upward team to accomplish was done by Squirtyay there. Froggieland failed at everything that makes upward a good pick nowadays. Their upper hold was not good. Their first did not get extra time. We see nowadays a lot of teams hold on first as much as they can because you can actually squeeze a lot of time on first compared to second if you get pushed off the hill. They didn't get time on first. They failed to back out the second. They got spawn camped on third, and they could not hold last. Like, it doesn't look like they picked this map. It just doesn't.
Yeah, it really didn't feel like they had that great of a read on it. And I mean, I know I said that the pick ban was perfect in the sense that, each team picked the type of game mode they should. But at the same time, it was upward the best payload map for them to pick. I mean, in last season, it was Swiftwater was their map, right? So I don't know how much that's changed this season, but if we want to kind of take it from a second-guessing standpoint, which is really easy with hindsight, right? It's like, if you're going to pick a stopwatch against the team that's at its stopwatch, why pick the one they're going to be the most practiced on? You know what I mean? Granted, Vigil was already banned, but between Upward and Swiftwater, would Swift maybe have been the better choice? We'll never know, but
I'm checking Squirtyay's stopwatch results here because I want to see which ones they did the best and the worst on. So week 1, we saw them on Upward get wiped by Fun. That's something you're maybe looking at, like, oh, you got wiped by Team Fun. Maybe you perform better as Froggieland against Fun in scrims against Upward. So maybe you were more confident. After that, what did we have? We had Vigil week 3. Squirtyay lost a half to RR, but they did win. Lost a half to Tunic on Swiftwater. So I don't know if it's they expected Upward would be the one that Squirtyay would have the most practice on, and more of that's the one they were the most confident on. We can't know without actually being in their conversation about pick ban, but it just doesn't look like, even if we assume that Squirtyay is much stronger on Upward than they anticipated, right? It just doesn't feel like Froggieland had anything going on Upward. It feels like their game plan was non-existent. So I can't imagine that this was something done out of comfort for them, So we do have one team readied up. Don't know where Alto is right.
I forgot my place to talk. Yeah. No, that 13-minute time to me, and not to take anything against Squirtyay, feels more like a result of the way Froggieland played than the way Squirtyay played. Like, we were saying coming into it that in that upper hold, right, your win condition is getting the enemy team sniper and then setting your own up. They killed Percy a number of times and were just unable to get anything. They were bleeding people so frequently. I mean, they have 95% Uber, and Virgil's in main. Why is Townsy on the pack isolated?
Like, what is that? They kill DZ, they get the free Uber off, and then, you know, still lose that fight. And you turn that around, and it's the perfect comparison. Squirtyay gets that medic, and they take the match off of it. Like, very clear parallel right there of which team is playing well, which team is playing poorly. And Squirtyay, remember, lost 3 points in 4 minutes. That was a pretty disastrous first 3/4 of the map for Squirtyay. They did not... That 12-minute time was not like, oh yeah, they got 3.5 minutes on every point. No, they just sunk all of it into last, and the first half of the map was non-existent.
Yeah, I mean, we'll have to see if Squirtyay can do anything better because, okay, they're attacking now, right? There's no 13-minute time staring them in the face, so you pick this map, Squirtyay. This is your choice. This is what you felt like which is your best bet to start out the series 1-0. You need to show us right now why you picked this map and why you're confident that you can play this in playoffs. Because if you aren't able to actually push Froggieland, right? If Froggieland aren't able to actually defend this with any strength, if they just get rolled over and over again on defense, then I can't imagine that they'll be able to actually take the map, like, or even like a contest in this series.
Yeah, because I mean, you have Wish on Ashville coming up next. That's not a promising proposition for being down 0-1 in a series.
Joey tried to go with the medic pick, but he couldn't find Virgil in time, doesn't hit the sticky bomb. Nerk's in a bit late. I do think he did the fist heavy, like you said, but unfortunately not getting the pick. So, normal sacks coming through, normal nothing coming through. Now we'll have to see Squirtyay's initial push coming through.
Biggsy actually got Flame onto Virgil in that sack, and right as it happened, she air blasted. So I'm wondering if that was a move to get Virgil off the pack, or it was like a hope that I'm going to die before I get this force. Maybe I'll get a funny reflex as the Ubers come out.
Yep, over the top of the hill. Good air blast from Pirates to completely send the Demo Man flying. They're going to regroup on bridge, which I like because, I like interior. Demo Man gets picked out of the air by Poseidon. Great job there, shutting down that repush instantly. Catalyst will get backstabbed, so no banner, but the defense is cleaning up kills here.
Yeah, the heavy Nerk's going to get sniped out as well. Poseidon already nursing a 6k before going down to Percy, so, 6 kills doesn't matter. That window is open for Squirtyay here, and they're going to need to capitalize on it with the sniper down.
Yep, Evil's on the gun, gets a sapper, will go down to a couple sticky bombs, so no sentry gun backing them up anymore. Running through main right now is Joey and Wish doing some work over the top. Pyrus will go down early as well through a headshot, so all of a sudden now down players down a sentry gun. They need to get out, but Percy picks off Virgil on the cross. You can't wait that long for the sniper to post up on you.
Moist was trying to sneak around and try to get someone aggro rushing up health through a hill, but he only had like 80 health, I think. Just got one piped by Joey and goes down.
Yeah, Poseidon gets one back on Percy, but the damage is done with Virgil now respawning. It's a full Uber ride for DZ and Squirtyay. Construct is in the backline. If you could find any pick here, it'd be huge installing this momentum. Froggieland, they are walking out. They don't want to let this one go for free. The Sapper already on the sentry gun taken down at the start. They're trying to get any kills they can in post. Technomo trying to shoot Joey Lemons just a bit, but doesn't find it. Construct does find his man in Percy, though. They're going to try with the sniper at.
Yeah, trying to look forward here, take that ground back. Good aggressive play, sound too, because you have that sniper dead. They can't control the space nearly as well as they would have, and they're going to manage to get a foothold on hill here.
Yep, that post sniper pick is so big they can actually walk up.
Oh, the banner's out too.
Yep, from Catalyst, going to help them retake the space. Jumping forward right now is Catalyst and his Dome Man, trying to get some more area denial. They will get over the top of the hill, but no kills with that banner. Have to charge that one up again, and there's Poseidon using the space to shut down Percy.
Again, no sniper means they can play up, they can play forward here. They don't have to play all cramped and let the same spam hit them. Now, Moist did get forced out of side tunnel. Pup and Wish playing aggro in there. They are going to take the kill onto Pickles. The Uber gets popped out, and that's DZ Creeper getting popped up as well. Bigsy's going to go down as the Uber comes in. Virgil fades and gets out. Evil low health in the back line, but not going to find too many. But yeah, Poseidon and Townsy going down. Those are two really big picks to find. Demo and Sniper, and it's going to force them off the hill hold. So what looked like it may have been a good Uber going to turn around thanks to a really good bomb out of Pup.
Yep, and now with the player ad, they're getting forward onto the spawn door area. Nerk's dropping down out of the window. That big heavy is going to deny any space. Going to be able to take the second point right now is Squirtyay, and they are backing up right now. We just see Evil tries to call them out to see what they're doing. Good surf will keep them alive for now, and that's second cap up. Time overall 3:33, halfway to the devil, but in the meantime, going to be looking to go forward. But Joey sniped out by Poseidon means they're going to be delayed.
Yeah, I personally think it is really bad omen whenever I cap a map in 6 minutes and 66 seconds.
Yeah.
Commonly referred to as 7 minutes and 6 seconds.
And Poseidon gonna be reaffirming himself on defense here. Another snipe on the Percy. He's gotten a lot of those so far. I think this is his 3rd SPS.
Look at this overblock by Moist with the fists. Doesn't even finally gets a flash now as Virgil gets ping-ponged a bit here on 3rd. Gonna get popped up, but the Uber's still going.
Joey's dead.
Oh, the banana. It's a banana coming out of Moist on the ground right there, not a sandwich. As Technova goes down, but they will find Joey. Wish next as well. That cart still unable to get up the first ramp. And Moist now having jumped up onto Catwalk, gonna help out Catalyst in defending that. Evil caught out no frags, and it looks like we're seeing Froggieland start to get set up on 3rd.
Yeah, Percy will rail off the headshot of his own onto Pyrus, because that Poseidon gets lit on fire, can't get extinguished. Percy, very low HP, needs heals from his med, and there's the banner coming out once again from Catalyst doing some work as Poseidon gets his 5th kill of the life, another 5-kill streak for him, rolling up here onto Joey Lemons. Controop goes off the cliff, but that's the only casualty they're going to lose in this banner play.
Yeah, the concert off the cliff there, but Puppy gonna go down early, and Nerds flanking through lower. Evil finds Townsy and Virgil. That's a wrap. 95%. The med goes down heavy, moving up into side house. They do not have the health to deal with this. The gun's still alive. Exit doing whatever he can, but no one in range to shoot. Actually, I say that though, but the cart is just, you know, in a memory hole. Pickle's gonna go down. Poseidon on a 9K finds Nerds. And despite losing their men at 95, this cart is still
Poseidon,
not even up the first round.
Kill kills Joey Lemons again, and with that, there's no Delman to actually spend the sentry gun. Evil will get out in time to put the sapper on it, loses his life for it, but that's a valiant trade in the end. All the spawners are up for Froggieland. Squirtyay might not be able to cap off of an amazing 2K by Evil, just because they took way too long to clean up. 11th kill from Poseidon onto Pup. They're just getting shredded from Bucket now.
Pup, DZ, Percy, and Poseidon on an 11, 12 streak. 13 on to Pickle, a baker's dozen. Heating up those frags, and Evil coming in. Gonna get their DR
Wish
pop,
is
actually, so
the
we'll
cart,
get behind.
not getting
The
spammed.
cart
Wish is gonna get
almost up.
14! It gets up the hill, though. So now all Square have to do is sack onto it. They will get this capture, but there's a very angry Poseidon. The sea god standing in their way on this cliffside. Pyrus goes down,
15.
and there's 15.
Oh, he's got the full...
It.
He's got the full electric guys. They're Ubering for it. I love this. Teams that just give up 3rd like this, it feels like they always have bad things happen to them. It's bad karma. They're fighting this. Poseidon has the full professional kill streak effect active. I don't remember the last time I saw that in a match. Make it 16. This man's going for 20 in one life. As
This is not a pub, this is RGL playoffs. Poseidon playing like it's the pub, posting up on upward, reeling off almost 20 kills. They will lose Catalyst though, with no soldier. It's hard to actually contest the cart. He will get a 17th kill onto Percy, but they have to get out of dodge now. Extra time bought on the defense though. They do get up to 650. 18, he's getting 20, I'm calling it.
Oh, he's moving up into upper now, and
he's dead.
No, he goes down. Joey finds him at 18. Moist protected him from Wish as the Ubers come out right here. Virgil only at 90, gonna be forced to drop out of upper. So Moist doing a great job stalling this Uber. Will go down eventually, but
yeah,
you're fine with it. You get your med out.
Drunken
They're down 5 though. I mean, thankfully for them, not too much part time. The toys strike at the worst moment. As I mean, they're finding kills here, but Virgil has. The cart is still pretty deep into 3rd. It's just rounding the bend into main. So I don't think there's too much to worry about. Poseidon though, 18 in a row.
2 deaths in a row.
Deaths in a row. Evil finds him before that dispenser block goes up.
That is huge from Evil. No sniper, no engineer to build up a gun. This turns from like aggressive push to try and stall momentum to actually threatening. They have to just pop on cart here, otherwise they'll get capped up against.
Oh, Evil back at the spawn. I don't think he has a knife, but great depth jump coming out of Pyrus there to get in. Crosses the pit with that, but I think Evil's still somewhere behind. No, he did go down there at the end, but Pyrus now jumping into upper, into Tiles to play up with Catalyst. I don't like this.
Poseidon's cool off really quick. 3 deaths in a row, including his first SBS loss to Percy in what seems like forever.
Low tide.
Yep, they will get a couple cleanup kills onto Pup and Wish though, so it's not going to be bleeding too badly, but the sentry gun only a level 1 because Exa did die, and now it's taken out again by Evil's Latron, that's an enforcer, that's the tech coming out, and now over the top Pirates, he tries his death jump again, but this time punished.
And Rex is warming up to his tricks. Is there an Uber going off? Yeah, they dropped down out of upper with it. They got a lot closer to the spawn this time, and that's the Uber you want. screw the main Uber, we take those through boxes, get in, and I mean, 8:37, that's pretty average time, honestly.
Yeah, maybe a bit slower than average by like a little bit, but yeah, 8:35 definitely on the doable side for both teams coming forward into the second push of the half. So it's close, honestly. That's a very needed improvement from Froggieland on their defense there, because what, they got rolled in 6 minutes last time. Yeah, I believe about 6 minutes. So they put out an extra about 2.5 minutes on the defense, gave themselves something that's actually doable on offense. They just need to prove they can break last, because they haven't done it yet.
Guess what Poseidon's DPM?
570.
979.
There's
He's
no
27
way
and
it's
6.
1,000.
He's 27 and 6.
It's 1,000?
Yeah.
That's worse than what Andrew did to us in Gold Grand Finals.
Oh lord. He almost had a half of his team's kills.
Jesus Christ. 27 kills.
Dude, Dolphin has this up.
1,000
The next
DPM.
highest is 12.
Oh my god, that's the performance of, like, that's the strongest sniper performance I've ever seen in playoffs. This is only second to Andrew.
This is the strongest individual performance I think I've ever seen.
Yeah,
Like
that's crazy.
he
And they could
gapped-
lose this round.
He gapped the next closest person on his team. He tripled their kills. Catalyst had 9.
Insane.
He tripled the next highest. What?
Okay, he's really cool off though. We've been supremely caster cursing him. He's lost a bunch of SPSs in a row now. Sack, that's the sack play, not gonna be the biggest of deals there as Joey gets nice pipe to clean up 2 kills. Sapper going down. The teleporter's been stopped from spawn every round so far, both spies insisting on it, so gonna be able to get respawns up faster on offense, not on defense.
Oh, my game just crashed, so may have to solve this for a sec.
Yeah, I'll take over for just a bit, as now it looks like they're moving their medic outside of spawn. Froggieland, they have about 8 minutes to push it over the top at this point. Gonna be looking to actually get some through and take the 2-0 start. Or rather, even things up at 1-1. Now Uber over the hill for Townsy, taking it in. A lot later for Joey as they lose Technomo and Construct instantly. They do get the Sapper onto the center at least, but with no Demo Man able to crest the hill, this Uber does nothing. And Percy, now dominating Poseidon, wins his 4th SVS in a row. Gonna double up onto Moist as well on the defense here. Defense Sniper is just that strong, I guess. In the backline, ooh, Evil almost got a really big pick onto the medic. Unfortunately, was not able to come through for him. Now Percy posted up on a 5K of his own. He's saying anything you can do, I can do better right now. Will he get to the 18 we've seen? We'll have to wait.
You know, I was totally expecting him to be 18 and 3 at the end of that. You know what I mean? It's 18 kills in a row from the start, dies 3 times, game's over. No, he just managed to fit another 9 kills in there somehow. But Cons are gonna find Percy, so no sniper means that there's a way in. And I mean, sniper getting stabbed on playground, that's not entirely what you want to see.
Yep, and with Percy dead, now Poseidon has a chance to angle up and go for a pick. Evil is in the backline here, looking for a medic. Revolver out, not a gun, or not the knife, and will get taken down by a Townsy pipe in the end. Now with both meds up on Uber, exchange number 2 likely to come through. Percy is back alive and sniping, takes down Poseidon 5 times in a row.
Really, yeah, Low Tide has fully come in
dead,
here. As Percy, again, gonna get taken out by Catalyst, so there's a ton of space in this post for Froggieland to walk up here and try to, you know, get a good snowball rolling here. Puff in upper, gonna get hit up, forced out, goes down, no soldier, no pyro for the defense right there. Guns only level 1.
Joey,
and
kill!
great
He
by
almost gets
Concert.
the double up. He could have had the med kill there. He saw it in his eyes, but Centurion was still up. They're gonna walk forward, try to find some kills. Evil and Pickles do get taken down. With no engineer, the build is gonna come a bit late. They do have DZ up and alive though.
Hex got the punch onto Pickles. The engineer frag as the excuse me, that's Froggieland rolling up through hill right now. Moist and Virgil in a really aggressive position. Like to see it. Nurk's waiting in the window, and ooh, Construd gets the knife pop going
Virgil's
out of window, but
up in the sky. Virgil 1 HP healing a scout and gets piped over the top by Joey at 98%. That was so close to getting the Uber for the side of Froggieland, but instead they get shut down and they have to reset.
yeah, I'm surprised Moist just got ganked by Nurks in window there. I'm pretty sure Moist had a buff. Nurks was still able to win the heavy there, and all the frags now just going in favor of Squirtyay.
Yeah, Catalyst almost had the counter-medic pick, but could not get it through in the end. And now Percy, standing tall, dominating his sniper opposition, standing on the rock once again. Hits Pyrus 150, doesn't get the headshot, but he is a big threat here on this rock. Okay, Poseidon, oh, he almost got declipped on by Evil and jumped on, but killed just in time.
Yeah, that was really close. But Townsend's
there we
gonna
go.
go down. They find Percy though. Pyrus gets that revenge probably in part because of a flare. Concert will trade that out, but again, getting that sniper pick on defense on upward so big. You will always sack your life for that. Uber popped that first by the defense, knowing they have
Joey gets
ad.
struck by a reflect pipe. Did he
Great
get reflect pipe
reflex.
cratered?
Oh, that was dirty.
Yeah, he got reflect pipe cratered. Couldn't even get flashed again. This did not expect him to take 100 damage instantly. DC Creeper, barely out of dodge, stays alive, keeps his life for now, but Virgil with 100% Uber, they're walking forward. They want the second point now.
Yeah, I mean, they only have 4.5 minutes left. They've gone through half their time already. Looks like they are going to get this. Evil gets a kill onto Technomo. Just, takes ×1 off that card. Just slight difference, but should it come down to the wire, that may end up, saving them the couple seconds they need. Digsy's going to get caught out, though, and Virgil has, so an Uber taken aggressively through choke. There's a lot of card time to cover, but there is no pyro to deny.
Yep. Virgil has the Uber ad, but it's not going to be too much because upward cart has to go a long way on third before you're actually ready to take the exchange. We do see Percy is posted up. Did he still have the Dom? He has one Dom. I think that still might be onto Poseidon for now. Gonna be lit on fire, has to back off the forward angle. Construct is in behind, wants the decloak, finds the kill onto Percy, shuts him down, gets the Dom on him.
Percy has not been getting protected. The amount of things that have been able to come in and find him. And
Townsie's
Townsend!
gone! Townsie's so gone, it's not even funny.
Oh, he been. My game lagged for a half second, and when it unlagged, Townsend was gone.
Yeah, the sticky trap on the Uber Demo Man just sends him flying. That's hilarious. I think back, that was very funny.
Where'd he go?
Yep. Wish gonna get sniped down by Poseidon, finally getting some momentum rolling once again as the cart is getting around to that final bend right now for Froggieland. They do have only 40%, but they want to dry peek this into DC Cooper's Uber, and they do force it out.
Yep, gonna get popped out here, so this will be a pretty decent ad. Virgil built that really quickly. Already at 60%, so 50% ad right there. The horn will be tooted by Pop. He's gonna come in, but the frags are coming in. Concert finds Percy again, gonna take out Joey too. High value picks from the Spy. Lives to get on cart and heal up. Get some shots onto Pickle on the side. That Ragdoll will join Townsy somewhere off the cliff. But I mean, 2 minutes through third is about what they needed. So they have 2.5 minutes to push less. They have the Uber ad. There is no hold.
Low HP.
The upper hold set up. They can take the ad in here, and if they get something good with this, that may be the window they need. It looks like they're going to try to go. No.
Yeah, Pirates is walking up. They want to see if they can find an early pick onto DZ, where DZ's only at 80%, and they're going to go through all the way. Uber coming through. They drop Pyrus, but they pick up Joey. Medic is already out to spawn. Controop not going to be on the right level to take him out. I like where Controop's standing. They're looking for the
Evil's
sniper.
getting
Takes him again.
The end of that Uber hit with Evil getting flashed. He will go away, but Concert finds Percy again. How many times is this?
3 times in a row on third. Just taking him out over and over, and he lives again on a 3K after sniper picks. That is just not likely to happen. And the gun's gonna get taken out as well. Froggieland are rolling into last. Remember, they have 1:45. This could be the end of the round.
The Uber comes out, the great airbrush by Pyrus. DC Creepers in the hole. The Uber will be cut short. No one to beam. He will get out. As frags are being traded largely in favor of Squirtyay here. But, they keep stacking up. Percy finds Townsy, finds Catalyst, the bomb out onto cart. Pup's able to block it, and it looks like that will be enough.
Yep, Percy comes up just in time to rail off 3 kills and deny the cart. That was a 4v4. He picks up 3 of them, and now they get a chance to stabilize here. Virgil, about a 10% ad. Won't be too big in the end because they have to sack onto the cart anyway. 1 minute left on the clock. They'll have 1 Uber exchange, and then a desperation push coming out. We know how effective those can be, and now they're taking tiles with Poseidon.
Yeah, that dot is looking at them, though. It really just comes down to the SDS right now. Pup's going to go down, though, so that's 1 less factor to annoy Poseidon here. Going for the shot. Evil's going to take out Moist, so no heavy there. Will go down as well.
80 for DZ. He's moving slower than Virgil. Virgil has the Uber a lot faster than they were expecting. Level 2 on the ground, trying to deny, but they need more. Technomo on cart, gets cleaned up. They get the players off the cart for now. Joey Lemons drops down, does big sticky damage, but they're losing players.
Doing so much in top left.
99 for DZ, he gets.
He's going to have, it doesn't have to use, though, which is big. 30 seconds left, they have this Uber head. Constant on cart, can it get popped into the pit? Oh, no. DZ has this Uber unless disaster happens. You have to imagine it's going to be disaster! Poseidon finds DZ. The floodgates could be open. Technovo's coming in, but they just don't have the frags. Moist is an upper. 10 seconds. Moist, you can drop down. Pyro on cart. They're trying to analyze. DZ's doing your best. 5 seconds for the disaster.
Disaster happened.
Disaster strikes!
There's no way! They get that. They tie us up 1-1, Froggieland, by the skin of their teeth and by the sniper rifle from Poseidon. They get it over the finish line and tie things up.
Oh, High Tide rolled in at just the right time, Zach.
It did. They washed over Froggy. They washed over Squirtyay's chances at the 2-0, and all of a sudden we're going into a sudden death round of Upward.
Oh, dude, why is DZ playing there? He is open to every sightline in the map.
I know exactly what their comms like there. They just survived an onslaught of full Uber ad to no Uber. They survived it with enough players to get on the cart. DZ's calling, I have, we can go to cart. They go to cart, they realize, we don't have to use right now, we're not pressured. And that one lack of focus cost them everything. If they just pop the Uber with 10 seconds left, even if it's on nobody, they still win there, because they keep players alive. But instead, they just lapsed in judgment 2 seconds, and it cost them everything.
Oh, I don't know if I've ever had such a powerful caster's curse. I'm power tripping right now.
We're doing a great job, man. I caster cursed him at the 18 frag mark, Poseidon in the first half, like, immediately. We're on one tonight. You teams better beware. We can make you lose the game at any point.
We're in the server right now.
Yeah, we're here. We're the 20th players.
Oh, man, that is so big, because if they lose 0-2 on Upward, that's it.
Yeah, like, we think it's a wraps, because it's Koth against Wish. You're not favored there at all. You really do need to win this Upward if you want to take the match. At least, that's what our analysis says, and that's probably what they're thinking, too.
Yeah. I just can't believe that sequence of events happened as it did.
Yeah, that is wild. We need a second to catch our breaths here. Some of the players taking reconnects, taking bathroom breaks. It's understandable. This is a very big round. This is the biggest round of the season so far for both these teams coming up.
The frag differential on Froggieland remains the same. It was 27. Poseidon had 27 to Catalyst's 9, which was a difference of 18. Only got 5 picks on that defense. Granted, the biggest pick of the match so far onto DZ there, but only got 5 kills, but still maintains the 18 frag lead over Catalyst and Constru. Gets 5 kills in an entire 8-minute half. DPM drops to 566.
Yeah, 1,000. He had almost 1,000 DPM and almost got cut in half, but still, Poseidon finds a way to get them across the finish line. You got to give him props.
Joey actually beat him in damage though because of that.
That's true, but I mean, it's Upward Demo Man. Like the Demo Man should be beating him in damage. That one's just absurd that he was ever at 1,000.
979. That's messed up.
And despite all the craziness that went on, both medics only died 3 times. That's pretty good for both meds. Granted,
yeah,
some of them include some of the worst moments of their
quality
season.
over quantity too.
Yeah,
granted.
true. Oh, what a half! What a start to the playoffs coming through. As we are waiting for one more player to reconnect. Let's calm it down a bit. We had our fun. Hopefully, there's more fun ahead, but we can go to focus in. All right, it's 1-1. Both these teams coming forward on Upward, very strong in their winning halves. Froggieland, we're saying that they need to win this map. They believe it too. Do you think that's likely, Alto? Who do you think's taking this last round?
Ooh, that's a tough question. I mean, I think I gotta go Squirtyay. I can't believe I'm picking them to come out on the payload, but I mean, you saw what a miracle Froggieland needed to win there. And it's so tough because I think they are going to have a ton of momentum on their side now. Like, okay, we can put that first half behind us. Actually, I'm not locking that in yet. Because I don't know, I feel like one of the major themes of Squirtyay's weakness on payload has been their consistency and the lack thereof. So that's one of those things where like, oh yeah, they finally fixed their issues, and then they suddenly just, forget how to play the game. Happens to me way too often. Ooh. What do you think? I'm going to let myself be peer pressured by your own choice.
So we talk about Squirtyay's consistently on payload and how they haven't had it throughout the season. I think in this microcosm of a match, right, this example we put forward, which playoffs are a different beast than regular season after all, I feel like Squirtyay have been the more consistent team. I think that for Froggieland to get what they've needed literal miracles to happen, and they've also needed literal 18Ks out of their sniper to happen. It's not to say that something of that magnitude won't happen again. It's Highlander, you can never predict these things. But I think that if I was going to go with the safer bet and consistency right now, I would favor Squirtyay, especially now that they get to start on their preferred side again.
Yeah, as I said, I'm gonna let myself be peer pressured. I think that's a sound argument. I mean, you can't ever predict it, but if there's anyone in chat who wants to take a bet on me on if Poseidon drops a 979 DPM or higher, I'll take the under on that. Let me know.
I'm pretty sure.
Let me know, and I'll give you my PayPal.
Yeah, that's probably okay. We don't have a stats team. We said this over and over again. That might be the highest, like pure DPM, not affected by pauses, ever in a playoffs match.
I'm really glad Dolphin put that on stream too, because that's the only place you're gonna be able to find that log now. Because it updated after the half.
Yeah, it updated. It doesn't.
But you'll at least be able to see it, and we can prove that it existed.
Yeah, that is insane. 1,000 DPM. He barely wins after he gets a miracle drop on DZ at the last moment.
Going with a 979, that's insane. Yeah, no, I don't see that happening again. I mean, and we saw what happened too when Low Tide came around, right? Percy won 5 in a row on him.
Yeah. That's why my argument is just Squirtyay. I think they got this one. Starting out on the defense right now. Remember, last time they started defense, they held 13 minutes about. So they're going to be looking to repeat that performance. If they can hold last for as long as they did before, they'll be putting a very good case for themselves moving forward to take the map.
Yeah, and no, I'm looking in chat. Sar, who is not in chat but not playing. Interesting. Benches himself and gets a ringer that drops 970. Interesting.
True.
Put that one in the notebook for later. But Construed really was kind of the silent hero of that, kind of the moon to Poseidon's sun. If we want to keep going with title analogies here, as the amount of sniper picks that on that offense, Percy died so many times. It was a mix of Catalyst and Construed, but mainly
Construed made up for the difference.
Found so many sniper picks. Like that's an indictment of Squirtyay as much as it is praise to Construed there. You can't let your sniper get stabbed on first playground.
Yep.
You have nothing else to be doing except seeing snipers there.
Big kill actually by Takenommo onto Nurks there. Without a heavy on playground, you can't really do a lot to deny bombers. They can get up there as long as they want, but Percy shuts down too immediately. That's why you gotta get to playground. Deny that sniper. Percy once again starting things out hot.
Yeah, Sack not able to find the med.
Percy,
and he does it again!
Yeah, when the heavy's dead, who's spy checking from? You have to have someone else do it.
I don't know, how about the other 7 players that are just
but someone has
forward?
to do it. They're so used to the heavy doing it, no one's looking, and it costs them big time. They lose their sniper, and he stays alive too. Going for the soldier pick, doubles up,
the cheese works this time. It needed a little bit of age. First round wasn't enough. We'll get invisible rocketed there, but Evil finds 2 there, including Poseidon, so no offensive sniper in this post. They're able to play wide if they need to,
but just tons of playground pressure. Yeah, taken down. They will lose Takenommo, but they have Soldier up top, still Catalyst, taking out Nurks once again with the sentry gun down. Exa pushing forward, takes down the Pyro, and they will be able to cap first up in pretty decent time.
Yeah, big bomb coming in from Catalyst. Gonna land a rocket into DZ,
but I'm fine with it.
I mean, not really too much else you can be doing there. He'll spawn back up and get into tunnel by the time any fights actually break out. No harm, no foul. Went for the glory
going
play.
for another decloak. No one sees him. They do see him. DZ Creeper's walking out with Uber Saw. He will lose his life for that one. A bit too cheeky on that decloak.
Look how forward Squirtyay is playing up here. This is huge. They're able to get this much pressure.
Yeah, remember, if you're able to put your sniper on this rock and deny all the walk-ups, you have to Uber through early, and that's what they're looking to do. Virgil now grouping up with Townsy on the right side spawn.
That is such an early Uber, yes. They come through Townsy early. A little bit low. They will be able to... Figsy's going to get dropped here, but the Uber not popped out of DZ. Finally, they use back in now. Big jump coming out of Joey.
He was body blocking them in the chest against Poseidon. Trying to get any more that they can, but not able to clean up any other kills. And with that, that's going to be a 25% add for Virgil moving forward here on this offense. Taken very low. I think that's a body shot, took her down at 20 HP. So now Wish going to walk forward, takes down Construct, and Townsy getting sniped down means that this defense or this offense is now no more.
All right, guys, 16 more for Percy. 16 more.
He's posted on that B platform. It's a very hard place to dislodge a sniper from, because Spy can't really walk up that platform. Now going back to the rock, posting once again. Construed gonna see him, call him out. He wants the pick again. He's been amazing at getting these. He's gonna try right now. I bet you. Yep, decloaking on it. Poseidon loses SBS. Oh, Figsy's on the... Yeah, Figsy saw just in time. He mistimed Figsy's rotation, so he gets caught out for that one.
Yeah, and just no. I mean, Construed's been able to find these miracle sniper picks. So he can do it again. Coming in, gets the knife melted, doesn't lose the life, will surf back out down to the cliff ledge, but Evil finds Townsy. Pyrus down as well. Combo in shambles.
Figsy is just
Constru getting
chasing
chased
Constru.
into tunnel.
I mean,
That's
if you're holding this when your sniper's up, and one thing is killing your sniper, just put Figsy on Constru duty. And all of a sudden, we see Poseidon, he's on 4K, standing tall on top. Constru is out through the window, looking for the pick. Gonna go for Nurks instead, turned around, not had any luck on offense so far. Other than first, he did go on first, but second is up in his.
Yeah, again, they're going to find the soldier picks. That's a little bit more tunnel pressure for them. The carts, you know, basically as far as up as can go. It's so close to the gun right now, you can't take advantage of that. Poseidon spammed out as the Uber comes through, so no sniper in post. They get the high ground here, forcing them onto the low ground. DZ, as you said, was very low. He's going to be forced to back up, and that's going to give them hill control even without the sniper.
Yeah, level 3 is still up here for Pickles, though, holding it at the end of the tunnel with that Wrangler. Joey Lemons gets cleavered down by Technomo and bleeds out. That's a big pick to find on the defensive demo man. Sentry gun gonna go down as well from Pickles, so now all of a sudden offense has a lot of space to work with. They're gonna drop Catalyst and Technomo, though. They might try to recontest, but they don't have Uber, so they're probably gonna end up giving this one up.
Yeah, Pup is still in tunnel, too, just guarding that wish. Just murdered.
Poseidon headshots him.
Technomo in there, too.
No
cart time. They have to turn around for cart to just like
they're not actually pushing cart.
It's like a dead fungus.
Evil, 2 kills, 3 kills.
Oh,
tripling
what is that?
onto the combo, destroying them. And he gets 4 onto Virgil. Get the revolver kill too. He killed the entire team.
It's that easy for the spy. But
Literally
of course,
killed the entire team. The revolver kill onto Virgil with 96% was the icing on top of the cake. Evil already won that point, but he just made it easy. He did everything they needed.
Spring Rolls was right. Evil is the antagonist of this story. Really just snaps his fingers and makes all of Froggieland disappear.
Yeah, but now they're bantering over the hill. They want all the space that they lost. They want to retake it right now. Moist picked off in tunnel all alone. They do drop Joey. Went a bit too far forward without heals, but picking up Construct in the backline means they don't have much to worry about on their
Moist
backs.
and Townsy too. Evil's finally going to have his reign of terror shut down.
And Poseidon wins the gas space onto Percy finally. So with that sniper shut down, all of a sudden this defense has to get out of dodge. No sniper, no spy, no demo man. They got to leave.
Yeah, DZ does have ad though, and they're going to get most of their spawns up in 5.
They want to
so
go.
Can't imagine
They
this
definitely
is
want to go. Okay, they backed out.
They had the gun there, which
yeah,
maybe
they'll
they're
sentry gun
thinking,
too
but
long,
it's
yeah.
not going to be enough.
Yeah, so I think that's fine. You just held second for 537 overall. You are happy with taking your full Uber advantage and walking backwards. I think that's a good play by Squirtyay.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you get forced back, you take that every time. Nurk's waiting in spawn, Moist is there!
Construct's dead. He's on the cliff. Take your death. He's literally being hunted. I'm on his cam after time. He's just being hunted down over and over by everyone on Squirtyay. They did not want him killing Percy ever.
It took them losing a half to figure it out. I mean, hot stove analogy. They don't want to stop getting burned. I kind of like that play from Nurks, though. Sits in the shutter, trades 200 damage with Moist, and then just backspawns. And they can't finish him
again
off.
in the backline. They are taking the Uber forward onto the gun already. Counter Uber coming out from the defense here. Good air blast from Pyrus denies any regression coming through, as now both Ubers are over with only Oh, but Virgil stabbed by Evil in the back once again. He says he's not done. Oh, almost gets the double up onto the sniper, but Mini Sentry takes him down just in time. Either way, now Uber up once again for DZ Creeper.
The evil quote, print, middle name Maximilian Robespierre spy coming in and just guillotining all of everyone on Froggieland. His reign of terror continues, finding Virgil in that post there just to make sure that there's no chance they can even take an even Uber, and this time just continues to climb.
Did Evil's crater? Evil got blasted by 1 HP crater in the back on. That's an unfortunate death from him. I think he was invisible when that was dead on him. Either way, now offense pushing up the hill. Remember, DZ does have a big Uber ad, so they don't want to bleed too many players here. Nerk's gonna have to give up bucket. Does get reinforcements from Joey. They're gonna pop Uber through it.
Oh, the cart just was pixels away when Percy lands the shot onto X. A standing still head just came into view.
That saved with 1
should have been
HP
cleared.
will finally go down to Townsend's pipes. That Uber didn't get much from Squirtyay, and they actually lost 3 players, and they're going to lose even more.
DZ and Joey.
DZ in the back.
Construed,
finally finds his picks. 3
refusing
kills.
to be spy death by Evil here. Comes in and gets his own kills. Townsy already an upper, but a little too fast. Gonna force Pup to drop down Harry Potter. But they're gonna take upper control here. Poseidon already up and waiting. Has the first shot here. Gonna take out Nerks. That's huge
No heavy to deny any potential jump up.
SBS is
Where
gonna pop
is
off. They both
Catalyst?
have their dots on each other. This sniper pick is so important. Whoever hits this is likely going to be able to keep momentum on last moving forward. Both teams have a lot of players alive. Evil
Well, Virgil
not
gets
finding
forced to
anything.
1 health as Wish comes into upper, chasing out Moist. And Pyrus, they barely know he's there. We'll take him out eventually, but Construed took no more dead. That Uber from Blue did absolutely nothing.
Yep, they're trying to back out through up right now. Virgil not going to get the cross. Percy picks him out of the air at the end. So now DZ once again nursing a 50% Uber ad. Going to be more by the time Virgil spawns. And now Percy posted up on last. Has a chance to go ham, extend this time even longer. We're already up to 750 through 3, which if the normal pace keeps, this is going to be a better time they had last time.
Not going to be the 1350, that's for sure.
Who knows?
Not yet, at least.
Not yet,
or
yeah.
12:45, but they need to, work quickly if they don't want that to happen, as we're probably pushing 10 minutes already.
Poseidon is posted right now on Pup. Pup is crouched. He sees the sniper dot. Because remember how much work Pup did from this spot in the first half? He's now trying to get the same thing, but he's, again, getting looked at by the entire team. Pyro, Sniper, Demo, they're all staring Pup down, and he goes down.
Technomo doing what he can to get that card up. That's a soldier's death right there.
Poseidon posted right now. Doesn't find the shot. Percy standing tall on the defense. 5k for Percy. 13 more to go. He could end the half, not dying on defense if they wanted to go all the way. But now gonna have to respawn. Virgil only 75%. Gonna have to charge up a bit more.
Zach, real quick, can you tell me what the history of TF2 maps with dispenser blocks for really crucial positions that would allow Spy to zap a gun are? What happened to the last map that had one of those?
They get removed permanently from rotation. So I feel like there's something being said here that needs to be considered in the future.
Yeah, I don't know. We should maybe think about why these teams are consistently failing to push in anything less than 8 minutes. Just food for thought. Don't wanna be a little too forceful, but worth keeping in mind as Puppy will go down, which now just enables Poseidon to take this SVS. Still has to win it, as he's dealing with demo spam, flares,
Uber
a
through
rifle
main,
gun.
Townsy taking it into upper, tries to spam up, doesn't find much damage. Evil's decloak not going to work out as Uber ends on low ground. They're going to Uber on high ground right now, but not actually drop down. That's an interesting choice from Squirtyay here, but they haven't lost any players quite yet. Pickles will finally go down, which means the sentry gun is vulnerable. Nerfs and Joey drop as well. All of a sudden, picks are in for Froggieland.
Yep, they have their sniper and upper. Poseidon's finding the kills, rolling them off. Got 3 there. Percy going to answer back out onto Townsy,
Can anyone get
but it
the card?
likely won't be enough. Easy Creeper's arrows doing what he can, but 10:42 is it's better than 12:45. That's a fact.
Yep,
Don't know
either
if
way,
I'd say it's good though.
Yeah, either way, it's a strong showing from Squirtyay there. Not the 13, but they did a good job to extend things to about 11 minutes. That's definitely favorable for them in the end. So we'll have to see. They have about 11 minutes to push and take the opponent's map pick.
Yeah, and I mean, it feels at this point like you're going to need that 900 DPM performance from Poseidon again if they want to come close to taking this half, and then he has to do it again on Upward. What do you think the time, or Ashville, I mean.
Yeah, on Ashville.
What do you think the time is if Evil doesn't 1v4?
That's one extra repush on second less. Did they take an Uber after that, the defense into the offense after that play, or did they just get the Uber back out
No,
after
but I
bleeding?
think Virgil was at least 50%, I want to say. Although I don't quote me
I'd
on
give
that.
it 45 seconds to a minute. I don't think they get an extra hold out of it just because, it's hard to repush from tracks over and over again. So getting pushed back once would be the death sentence if your spy doesn't 4K, right? So I feel like the next time it happens, which is right after, even without the Uber, it would just get capped anyway.
Yeah, that's true. I mean,
Either way, I think the time extends at least 9 minutes, which is definitely favorable for Squirtyay.
Yeah, I mean, as long as if you can hold for more than 9 minutes and upward, you're putting yourself in a position to win. And if you can't push in 9, that's a problem with your own offense more often than not.
Yep, so now we'll see Squirtyay. If there are any problems with theirs, Froggieland, this is their map pick. They need to win this if they want hope in the series, because otherwise they're onto a very threatening team on Ashville next up. They have to hold for 11 minutes. If they don't, they're down 1-0.
Yeah, and I mean, again, it feels it's going to be such an uphill climb on Asheville. Granted, we said that about Upward, or at least I was thinking that about Upward being on uphill for Squirtyay, but they've really nailed down a lot of their kind of inconsistency issues, and while they're not playing perfectly, they have enough in the tank for them. Percy's playing really well. I mean, Poseidon, yes, dropped that insane half, but Poseidon's really been like a high tide, low tide, whereas Percy's just been really consistent, honestly. And I think you take consistency over highs and lows when you can, because it's better to have something you know you can work around rather than kind of putting all your eggs into one basket.
Yeah, we'll see if that basket is able to carry them through to the finish line as Gates drop. Sacks coming over the top. Percy, early kill onto Moist. Again, we see what happens when the heavy goes down early, because all of a sudden, players playing on Playground are vulnerable to the bombers. And again, Poseidon stabbed by Evil because no one can spy check when your heavy dies, apparently.
It's just too difficult. I mean, how do you see that? We had a pause. I didn't even notice.
Okay, apparently what happened there is Moist got black screen, so he was not moving because he physically could not. So that's unfortunate for their defense. Either way, you have to play through it. Evil tries to get the sapper, gets Poseidon instead. Level 3 is still up, but FPS advantage now in favor of the offense.
Yeah, I mean they're in a pretty solid spot. They don't have Poseidon, but losing Pyrus is going to hurt. Those frags do start to stack up. You know, the less players you have, the more the dominoes start to fall, and I guess that's going to be, you know, the final straw. And Virgil, yeah, dallied a little bit leaving through Hill. Hell, look, you might have been able to get out a little bit faster, but no one, you know, Conster maybe tries to decloak there and just harass Percy so that Virgil's able to get out fine, but unable to, gonna go down, and they're just bleeding players here. They're only 5 up.
Yeah, they were peeking into right hill because I think they wanted to get the kill on DZ, because even if you have players alive, without Uber, you're going to get pushed off the hill anyway. So they figured, might as well just take the repush through spawn, because if you don't get the medic, then you're going to be in that position anyway.
Yeah, and Nurk's now sitting up in the window. We saw this before as a really solid spot to play. Uber's going to come out onto this gun. They will kill it. Start moving into spawn. Moist sitting in spawn right there. I have to see if he's going to back spawn or... No, gun. Yeah, the partner's not even capped yet, so he'll
Townsy
respawn,
just
come back
ran
in, but
onto tracks and died instantly, not able to get healed.
Coming through.
Yeah, and with that second gets snowballed instantly, this is not looking good for Froggieland at all. Remember, they have 840 to hold, or else they're going to lose their map pick. They have to not make a single mistake from here on out. Poseidon posted up there, bombing in, and Poseidon insta-explodes.
Moist was hiding in the forward spawn, gonna peek out, forces Percy out, actually, onto tracks. And I mean, Moist, this is great that you're in here, but the rest of the team is so much further ahead of you.
Oh no,
gonna walk out, but Virgil drops. Percy finds the shot. Moist dropping down, gonna take out Pup. That's about it. I mean, not exactly what the kind of impact you want that heavy flank to get, but losing your med again is so big there.
Percy making that pick happen. Now DZ Creeper with 90% Uber walking with his team up the ramp. They can just pop in whenever they want to with a full ad. Pup taking to one will end up dying though, so down a player going into the exchange. No one's gonna be able to take Bucket in his stead. In the meantime, now buffing up and walking up. They want to take this Uber now. Oh no! Townsy revenge there.
Townsy gets revenge as the gravity cannon strikes again, and almost off his Pup. That's 2 in the pit. Yeah. Cool aspect of the map, right? Gotta push uphill, and God forbid you jump. There's a 20% chance you just die for it.
Yeah, and essentially what that was that Uber drop by Percy when completely uncapitalized on. At best, they get the cart up the first hill, but you're already going to have that anyway, so all of a sudden, they're just in the same spot they were before. Froggieland have a chance to stabilize on third here. They need multiple defenses if they want to have a decently holdable time for last, so we'll see if they can get that one through. Pop going to go down early is good for their shots, so they're going to Uber aggressively.
Yeah, going forward here, but
they're using the entire Uber on a fist heavy.
Where is DZ Creeper? Nowhere to be found. Not really the most productive Uber there, and they just sent full ad over. DZ now playing from tracks. Get those heals in a little bit better of a position, but they are going to have to take the Uber up through choke. Sticky's down. They should use any moment now.
Yeah, that's going to be a really big punish right now for Squirtyay coming through. They're just running in. Virgil popped out into the open, taken down by Joey Lemons. Froggieland completely through with that aggressive Uber that had no chance of ever finding the medic. They wanted to find the pick to keep their lead snowballing, but it doesn't work out, and they're just going to get rolled through. 6 minutes left for Squirtyay to cap last.
I hate that Uber so much.
They used the entirety on a fist heavy. I don't know if you're looking directly at the Uber, but it got nothing.
DZ was in-house behind the wall. Like, who are you catching with that? I mean, there's no heals, right? So, realistically, you should be able to take that fight, and if your heals are playing forward, you win that without needing to use. if their med's catchable, that's one thing, but if you want to catch a med, you need a scout, you need a soldier bombing in behind, you want to coordinate with your spy. They just kind of walked forward, and they're like, oh, we're invincible, it'll work out fine.
Yep,
and they
and
just
now
trade that over and lose their med and get mulched.
Yep, Froggieland have to hold for 540 from their spawn. We'll see if they can do it. Catalyst picked up immediately, taken out of the crates area. It hasn't been a good day from the soldiers ever since they realized how much it was doing. And now Uber coming in through main onto the sentry gun. Air blasts are going to keep it alive for now.
It will finally go down, but most of the Uber was blown on it, but the frags all going in favor
Wish with 2.
of Squirtyay.
3.
Yeah.
Wish with 3.
They might just take it right here. The offense scout fragging out on upward blast. Question mark is exactly what Squirtyay needed, apparently. Constantly trying to get the big on cart, and they are unable to get. Froggie's unable to get a single kill. Uber comes in! Pyrus with the jump of a lifetime lands right on the
Virgil's on
edge.
jump. Figs is there. Figs could have right-clicked Virgil into the pit.
What a
Evil's in behind.
salvage!
Evo with their Enforcer, gonna take down Pyrus, but they needed more kills. Defense are getting some spawners up right now. It's Moist up with his medic, healing up in spawn. They will get more spawners out. Sticky's onto the cart, gonna take down Evo. Townsy's back up, raining hell onto that. They have to reset now.
Yeah, but I mean, Catalyst not long for this world. Exa gets sniped out as well, so that mini is going to go
Percy,
down.
5K,
Another shot,
6K.
Percy on 6. There is Constantine finding one onto Pup. No soldier to jump top left right there, so they will be able to play up there
taken down by
safely. But
Evo.
Pyrus
Soldier.
in again! Huge air blast knocks them off the cart. Not anyone in the pit, but Nerf's
It's just
hit up
Townsy,
low
it's
will
just
go
Townsy.
down. Can Townsy salvage it? It doesn't look like he can, and that will be upward, going over to Squirtyay in one of the more surprising results this season, I would say. Honestly, I think if you told me that Somebody Help was going to beat Squirtyay on Steel, or that Squirtyay was going to beat Froggy on Upward, which one was less likely? I'd probably take Squirtyay on Upward.
I'm not
With
sure.
with what I'd seen from Squirtyay's payload this season, or stopwatch, I don't know. It was hard to have faith in them, but they definitely proved me wrong tonight. They showed out, played a really solid game. It feels like there's almost no one you can look at as like a weak link right now on Squirtyay. I mean, yeah, maybe their spy checking overall is probably the main thing. Like, Percy's dying to a little bit too much, but other than that, they're playing on all cylinders right now. Firing on all cylinders,
I
playing
mentioned
really well.
we were doing the intro about how like you really didn't favor Squirtyay on payload, and I mentioned that. I still think it's unfair to judge them based on regular season week 1 lost to Team Fun without their main demo.
I'm judging them more on the Vigil and the Swiftwater, honestly.
Yeah, but also the Steel, right? I mentioned that it wasn't fair to judge them on Steel because it's Steel and it's like you said, it's actually like Somebody Help on Steel is nothing to take lightly. So
Right, I know,
you were saying
but
that like
yeah.
dropping around to Tunic Vex and whoever else it was on a Vigil and Swiftwater doesn't inspire that much confidence. I say if they're gonna win anyway, some teams just drop rounds. Like that's just how it is. I remember when we played Invite Alto, we would have made playoffs one time if it wasn't for dropping a Vigil round to like the 7th place team. Sometimes that just happens, right? Like you can't predict you're gonna win every round because sometimes Poseidon does get 18 kills and beats you in best of 1, right? Like it's just the kind
Yeah,
of
but
thing that
that's not
happens.
why they dropped Taz to Tunic Vex and to RR, though. They did it because despite having an overwhelming advantage in talent, they played really poorly. And, you know, I mean, again, all credit to them, but I do think judging them as a really weak payload team is the only conclusion you can make. Because, yeah, okay, is it maybe not fair to judge them as for losing to Team Fun? Okay, sure. But, yes, Somebody Help is decent on Steel, but this is a team that's competing for second seed. This team would have been second seed if they were able to deal with a team that was 2-4 and lost to a number of teams that, you know, really weren't contesting playoffs when Somebody Help had high hopes. They were not playing consistently. And again, I mean, I think we talked about it when we saw them play, but the issue isn't the raw skill, it's the variance, right? It's the inability to be consistent for long enough to beat a team on stopwatch. They can do it on Koth, right? Because if they have one kind of oopsie moment, okay, they lose point, they lose a minute off it. They can outplay it. You have an oopsie moment on we saw what happened, right? They held upward first for like 2.5 minutes, wiped on second, lost third in 3.5. Or 4 minutes and 20 seconds, right? Nothing from them had shown that ability to be consistent. But, be that as it may, they were able to find that in scrims this weekend. Or maybe it comes up in the match. I haven't been checking logs, but again, all credit to them. They played a really solid game.
Yeah, I mentioned giving them the benefit of the doubt until we actually saw them in postseason, and I'm glad I did because I do think, like you said on paper, this roster has very few weak points, and by the gameplay, we can confirm that. There's not, like we mentioned, this is a team that is easily competing for second place, and they want to fancy themselves champions if they could, potentially improve throughout the postseason. In order to do that, you need to be strong on both map types, and you need to have very few like true weak link players, if any at all. And I think that letting them show what they have, get the playoffs. We mentioned, like, yes, they would have been second seed coming in if they could deal with help. But in the end, what matters is you make it there. Once you're there, it's all about performance. We've seen higher seeded teams, like second seed teams, drop out because they just weren't able to put it together. And I think Squirtyay, like you said, the roster is a bunch of strong points. I'm glad we got to see them on stopwatch, and I think that they're going to be very solid on it moving forward. Whether or not they could beat a potential Team Fun is up in the air, but that's all for later, because right now we're moving on to Ashville.
Yeah, and I think the gap between these two teams is only going to widen here. I mean, that's what I was saying beforehand, and I think it's going to happen again. I just put a 1-4 in chat, but unless Poseidon unless High Tide is in, I find it's going to be very difficult for Froggieland to win this. I just don't think that... It feels like they're relying a little bit too much on hero plays right now. Be it, I don't know if you can call an 18 kill streak a hero play or just a hero half, but, they're getting sniper picks by, like, a spy going in on a 9v9 without really any distractions. And finding snipers on upward, the point where your sniper matters the most, and he should be the most well-guarded. Like, that's not... It's like you said going into the third half, right? It's not sustainable. And on Koth, even when they do get those hero plays, it's going to get them a minute off the clock. Which is exactly why Squirtyay is such a better Koth team, because of the fact that when, maybe they are a little bit more prone to those kind of, like, moments happening, right? But it doesn't cost them the round like it could on a stopwatch. I think it's going to be pretty apparent that the differences are going to come in. But, everything we say immediately goes the opposite, or at least everything I say immediately goes the opposite tonight. So that could just be a precursor to a 4-0 Froggieland win. Who knows?
Yeah, I mean, could be. You never know with Highlander. Predictions are going on in chat. A lot of people in chat don't think so, though. They think it's Squirtyay going to be taking this one. A lot of favor for the team we fancy as the stronger Koth team, which is to be expected. This is their map pick after all. If Squirtyay are able to take Ashville here, they move on to winners finals. And I do believe it's going to be against Team Fun confirmed. I'm not sure exactly what the final for that map was, but judging on how Swiftwater's first push went, I'd say it's pretty... They probably took it.
Yeah, pretty hard to imagine that it didn't go any other way than a fun 2-0.
Yep, and for Froggy, who your upper bracket run is on the line here. If you lose this, you're down in lowers against frauds, and all of a sudden you might not even place this season while being the second seed. What do you think you have to do here to give yourself at least a chance on Ashville?
I want to see them just their combo to play a lot better. I mean, I think that Froggieland always comes out with a little bit of I feel like they've been a little bit less willing to conform to meta on the Koth maps. Like, I think we saw in their match against, was it Help on this map? We saw that forward hold come out from them, right? They're willing to be aggressive like that. And I think that aggression's a really good thing. It can catch a team off, but there needs to be more solid fundamentals behind it. I think about that Uber they took on upward third, right? Where, they used aggressively on defense into a fist heavy. They gotta stop that. The Ubers need to be way more tight. Townsy needs to die on bad timers less. As the mid comes in, Townsy and Joey spamming each other out. Damage lead to Joey pretty early.
Yep, bomb over the top as Townsy nearly gets sniped, but a good pipe will trade demo men onto both sides. Now with Nerks going down, it's a numbers lead for Froggieland. Until now, Wish going over the top, cleans up Exa, frags coming through. The pick classes double up onto Technomo and Catalyst, and because of that, Squirtyay now have the player lead, and they're going to be able to cap up mid. Very quick mid fight there, explosive.
That might have been the fastest mid fight. We've seen some ridiculously long mid fights. This is the exact opposite.
Yeah, that was super explosive. Both demo men trade on the same tick. They both teams lose 3 players in the same tick, and it's just the pick classes in the end that edge things out for Squirtyay. Both meds though stay alive, so we're gonna have an early exchange coming through from Froggieland.
Percy's currently tying the entirety of Froggieland in points right now, as Constitute's gonna go down. No, Virgil ticked up one, so not quite, but I do like this ramp pressure coming
Wish
in
got
from
rolled.
Froggieland. They're going to find Wish. Uber coming out of Shutter. Joey hit low. He's going to need that beam to stay on him during this. Poseidon finds a kill onto Pickles during this, but they're going to lose the flank on the side of Froggieland. So kills on both sides. Longer spawns, but Poseidon finds DZ. Was that out of Shutter? I think it was.
Yeah, it was.
Just ran out of Shutter. Got the shot deep in ramp, finds that net, and that's going to be point
Puck's
going back
bomb
over.
denied. They're trying to get in the backline, but Joey gets shut down by Poseidon. Poseidon doubles up again onto Nurks. 4K in this life for Poseidon as Virgil gonna keep his life, gonna keep charging up the Uber, and they get their first capture of the round for Froggieland.
Yeah, gonna go through Constard, unfortunately dying right before the cap goes through, so that will be an extended spawn, but again, really, really solid repush, and Poseidon, you know, it's like High Tide might be in.
That's such a good like tagline, by the way. Like if players had brands in TF2, that's such a good tagline for Poseidon. Like whenever he's popping off, imagine like wave emojis or something. I can see it, but we'll have to see if he can keep the pop off going as he's now posted on the barrels. See what he can do. Evil trying to cross over, see if he can get that sniper pick. That is crucial for success here on Ashville. Right now, low ground push coming out here from Joey Lemons.
Yeah, they're just slowly walking this up. Catalyt's gonna go down, so that's already one down. Uber popped out from Virgil. Gonna scatter the red team, but no frags to be found. Figsy does a great job stuffing that. Constard makes it into Shutter, not gonna see anything. Forced to back up as Puppy going for a big jump, and there is Evil.
Big
Robespierre
2K.
himself,
Yeah.
Reign of Terroring, 2 more on ramp, and that cap's gonna come back in from Froggieland.
Big
Or
play
that's
there by
what, yeah, I
Evil.
mean, and
Yeah,
Constard just...
that's funny. Whenever you can find that pick as spy, that's super rare.
I don't
Just
think
so
I've ever
waiting.
seen that icicle there from the Spicicle.
I like the static can of Dolphin now I'm showing it, but yeah, either way, that's gonna be recapped for Squirtyay here. They have 30% Uber lead to use, and now they have time lead again.
Constant was telecamping, Wish ran right up behind him, just meat shot him in the back.
Yeah, that's why you don't do that unless you're looking behind you. But either way, that's gonna be a pick for the side of Squirtyay to use on defense. Contra gonna be up though with the fast respawns. Virgil now up on Uber, so they're gonna be able to walk bats and try to pop off the top. Townsy looking to take it in.
Yeah, Figsy's gonna get dropped. Good shot from Poseidon out of Shutter. Joey getting forward, but no chance of him being dropped as they're gonna be pushed back. Evil
again, the same two people.
Robespierre, 2 more to the guillotine. And this push, oh, maybe not quite over as Constard able to find DZ Creeper.
Yeah,
That's a
revolver in the
med down,
back
but
line.
Virgil dies as well. That still will be ad for Virgil here. Not very big though. Going to be about 10% if DZ starts healing now. But oh, not quite. DZ on a bit of a delay before healing. Make that 15-16 or so.
Yeah, importantly, Squirtyay do keep the point for now, though, so they're going to tick down to about 30 seconds left by the time Froggieland can even get out here. They're going to be at a 2-minute disadvantage if they can cap up by overtime, trying to get some kills, trying to go forward. They will see the Solar Catalyst jumping through, but he's just getting destroyed. Moist picked off again by a sniper, and Contra caught out in the back line. So 3-man down already for the side of Froggieland. They can't even walk out.
Yeah, and I mean Squirtyay just playing really solid. Evil has 19 points this round.
Yeah, I mean, 2 double kill backstabs get you 8 points by itself. That's half of them almost. So doing tons of work right now is the Squirtyay spy. Right now, overtime going to come in. Uber up for Virgil, 95%, but Townsy is dead to a trap.
Remember when I said that the Uber comes out to even Virgil, but it's too late? Remember when I said in the opening that Townsy needs to stop having deaths at really bad times? Like, dying to a sticky trap in Shutter during 3 seconds from overtime when your med has Uber? I mean, granted, not too much you can do there.
Yeah,
Right? He's
like
got to
that
walk out and
round's-
get on it,
that
but
round's chalk
that's
from the
just,
start.
that's a very unfortunate time to die. If Virgil's a little bit further up and they use out of Shutter, maybe, right? Maybe something. Zag, look in chat, we got the wave emojis. High Tide
There you
is
go.
in, brother!
Yep, new mid-fight rolling out. Will Poseidon hit a headshot? We'll have to see. No kills quite yet as Joey picked off Technomo. Big 2K onto the demo and Heavy, and now DC over the top, taken down by Catalyst. That's the Froggieland flank getting involved, taking down all
Alright,
the
there it
players.
is. There's the Poseidon kill. High Tide
There you
is
go.
in.
Woo, high tide, woo. Yeah, with that mid, it was just rolled by the flank classes from Froggieland. Easily picked that one up for them, and they get full Uber out off the back of it.
My analysis is that Froggieland should simply do that every mid.
Yeah, just kill them. It's easy, right?
It'd be very simple. Just go 8 for 1 with the med pick every minute. No, Technomo and Catalyst really popped off there. I think they opened that up with 4 kills from the flank with nothing answered in return. And I mean, all of that's built off of damage from the combo too, right? But getting that damage on and having your flank in position to capitalize
I'm
on
just on
it
the
instead
dead
of...
ringer right now. I really don't like this because now he can't even get behind. He's 40 HP, gonna be declicking within earshot of them. Joey though picked up by Poseidon. Waves go high as now demo ad goes in favor of Froggieland. Towns gets to deny for a bit longer. Is DZ trying to build this Uber? It'll be fine. Joey can get the respawn out. Pup and Evil gonna drop in the meantime.
In Conster's defense, I'm pretty sure he ran it from mid. You know the shot away, right? Where you just run at the enemy demo with a revolver.
Yeah, the revolver.
I like that a lot, and I just don't think he's died yet. So he hasn't been able to switch off, which, suffering from success a little bit,
I generally
suppose.
think in that case, we're going at the spawn and changing, but that's neither here nor there. Either way, pick off Townsy happened.
Almost burned out on ramp.
Townsy's dead. Evil's in the backline. Evil decloaks here. Tries to find a pick. Not going to get anything. Uber now coming out from both sides. Great air blasts coming out from Pirates to just deny all the players. Now they're pushing deep in.
Jump. Not going to chase any further.
Townsy's dead, but Wish and Pup clean up by pick classes once again. Trying to move forward. Constru getting sniped by Percy on his attempt. All of a sudden now, Froggieland or Squirtyay get to keep the point, and now they get to cap it up, get their first cap of the round.
Good. I mean, they are going to have the slightest of ads. Going to be functionally even here. And after that really good mid from Froggieland, they're going to have to figure out how to push, how to find those advantages again, but they're not coming in on that even footing.
Poseidon,
but
a 5K,
one.
pick and wish off, high tide rolling in. All of a sudden, now get to take down the enemy scout. Evil dead, as you said. All of a sudden, there are only 7 players alive for Squirtyay. They're going to get pressured as well. Both meds on 90% Uber, and their spawns are long.
Figsy dead too. Just more
they have no one.
spam.
Catalyst, no can reflect. No can reflect. He gets the force, almost gets the kill. Poseidon gets his 6th SVS onto Percy. Now the Uber gonna expire in just a second. DZ Creeper has to get out of dodge. Free Uber coming out for Froggieland. One sticky would kill the med. Not gonna find it. Gonna take down Nerks and get the capture.
Townsy's stickies were just blessed by some deity right there, as every single
Joey?
one of them had a ton of damage. Joey, not sure what the
That's
attempt was
7K
there.
for Poseidon. It's the crater
But,
one.
yeah, there was an attempt.
And now time and point back in favor of Froggieland. They have about a 30-second advantage and 30% Uber as well. Gonna be doing decently to try to get this round on the board for them. Construct still in the dead ringer, goes back out. If he keeps running that one, he might just like it. I don't know what they're doing. He's just dead. Yeah, I mean, wish 1-for-1s for him, but that's a Scoutman's duty, I guess.
I think that's 7. All of a sudden hits unlucky number 7. Backstab.
He hits 8 and then dies. Yep. Oh, but Townsy's sticky bombs land
Puppy
true.
coming in. Gonna get the... Nothing, actually. Just
Get the hits a lot of damage, though.
Yeah, I thought I saw a force there, but no, that's just a bunch of blue feeding in with more blue. But Froggieland really turning it around this round.
And he's taunted Catalyst. Was that a fadeaway flare? I don't see where his rocket launcher landed, but either way, that's a pick to work with. Catalyst still on respawn from that long spawner. I don't see a teleporter up either, so gonna take him a while to get back into the fight. Poseidon back up, takes down Figs. He says, "Don't you taunt my soldier!" And now Uber's across point.
Yep, way better Uber here. Gonna have to escape to bats is Joey. Evil finds Exa in the backline, but the frag's coming back in. Poseidon finds both flank members right there. And I mean, we thought the Squirtyay flank was gonna run over Froggieland here, but who needs it when, the high tide's in and they don't know how to swim?
Yeah, trying to wait
Keep
for
the
water
analogy
right
going
now.
at any cost.
Exactly, keep it going. Poseidon now on fans, gonna get a buff from his team. I heard a knife melt. It's now overtime. Easy doesn't have Uber. They have to sack onto point. Pop over the top. Poseidon gets the kill onto Pickles, takes down the mini as well. Evil goes for the decloak, tries to find it, and will get the kill onto Poseidon. Meanwhile, on the front line, DZ's dead. They can't get the point. That's a round in favor of Froggieland, tying us up at 1-1.
Okay, round lost, but Pup got a pretty sick air shot though. So I mean,
Kind of worth. I mean,
who really won that round? I think Pup actually edge bugged off the box there. That might have been a skip. I don't know if I saw the second rock, but it looked like an edge bug. But
practice your jump maps and your surf maps, you get that one in the end. We'll have to see if
oh,
both teams
Townsy
insta-explode.
already rolled coming out of Shutter. Joey Lemons just mind controlled him into a pipe. Damage coming back onto Joey though.
They are
He's so low, but he's
aggressive.
still
They are
walking
so
forward.
aggressive.
Gonna get taken
They're all
out.
dead.
Joey and Nurse both melted. That is a little bit sketch to me. They were walking forward like they're taking an aggro mid. DZ was playing passive on ramp, not healing either of his combo members. And I mean, I suppose they're gonna win the mid anyway. But
Construct gets knife melted.
Oh,
They're gonna
maybe
bomb
not.
in. Pup at least dies, and they're gonna re-push off it with Townsy's respawn. He was the first dead after
Exa!
all of the
Exa
mid.
got DC!
Yeah, he did. The Exa just running forward
He just
wants to
plug
kill.
walked into 5 people and gets the man.
Who's gonna stop the Texan man with a shotgun? Not them, as Virgil now gonna get an Uber ad, although for Squirtyay they will at least capture the point first off, but oh, they barely don't extend easy spawn. That's gonna be good, but in the meantime, they're gonna have to get this up to full heals.
Yeah.
This mini sentry is so annoying.
I mean, back in, it really is.
It actually
doing
gets
so
time
much
to
work
kill,
with
by the
that.
way, because Evil walks in with a revolver. That's big. A downline pick all of a sudden. Now we can see Joey walk out of Shredder fully healed and no one contesting him.
Yeah, just walking in. I mean, no, as you said, no contest. Sticky's up on the shutter.
Poseidon
but
posted.
Poseidon has a shot.
Oh, he gets headshot.
Headshot into the detonator. Gonna take him out there.
Yeah, he tried flicking down to the pyro, but that was just the bait. And now they're walking out of Shredder with Townsy. Townsy gets a flash, has to jump back for it a little bit. No kills coming through. They actually get puffed, but that's Technomo soloing him out on the side. Figsy will go down, but gets a reflect on Catalyst in the meantime. And Townsy's dead again. Percy sniping him out in post. So with that, they don't even force DZ as Uber.
Yeah, and the seesaw continues to flip here as after what looked like a great round from Froggieland, where maybe they were putting it together, Squirtyay just answers right back, and they've been playing super solidly since the mid-fight.
I'm watching Evil start an engineer right now. He's not going to get the pick right away because he's going to go get ammo pack on that Texan class. But there's going to be a bomber for the top here. 3-man sack. They insta-get the force and pick up Pickles and Nerks as a bonus. So that's a 3 for 2 with the Uber force. You'll take that any moment if you are the side of Froggieland. And now Virgil up on an 80% ad.
Yeah, they found Exit, or Wish, excuse me, too, who's going to be on a longer spawn there. Constru gets taken out, going in at a bit of an awkward timing, but again, you know, they have the ad, they're about to come up on it, spawn's coming up. Everything's in favor, except, you know, the clock right now. They are a minute and a half down, so gotta do something fast here.
Yep, Constru about to cross the point, got his knife melted, I think, so they are looking
Paddles
at him.
found Percy, no sniper here. Joey popped up.
Oh, he's dead.
Another shot, I don't know. Maybe.
Yeah, it was. It's synced with the sticky bomb because he needed more damage, but mini sentry again gonna go down. Wish taken down by Catalyst at the end, and there's the recapture coming for Froggieland. DZ Creeper importantly made it out with Uber though, so it's gonna be 70% to Virgil's 20. Square will have a chance to recap. They only have a minute left to take this round, so they are in the driver's seat for now.
Yeah, I mean, all it takes is this one exchange going back through, and you know, it probably gets them overtime, unless disaster happens.
Yeah.
But
I mean,
Uber comes out pop pretty early, trying to avoid disaster, and an Uno reverse card played by Pyrus right there on roof. Joey Lemon's not going to find any ground. They will take out Exa and his gun. Moist too, actually. Nerk's able to find the heavy, but Evil and Wish are dead. But Virgil's in the backline finds Virgil and Technomo.
What was Virgil's Uber there? Okay, because they wanted to repush. They did the cardinal sin. You know what they did? They tried to repush the ramp. That is the cardinal sin of Ashville. If you are playing ramp and you get out because they Ubered in, you never ever repush ramp. You will die. You have to go Shutter with Uber, or you have to go Bats if you're getting last percentage. If you go Shutter, that throws everything, and all of a sudden, now Squirtyay have Uber add with 40 seconds left on the clock. And
even if you are going to go ramp, you can't do it with 73%. You need Uber to go back in with that. Like, if you want to potentially make it work, you know, you're still kicked out of the Garden of Eden for going through that. That is not just cardinal sin, but original sin on that map, on this map. But you can't do it at 73. You're just going to get nuked. Speaking of nuked, Townsy obliterated on fans. Joey able to win the pipe, but Poseidon opens up, finds a kill onto Joey. Will be counted out onto Percy, but that demo pick is potentially going to be big if they can capitalize it when they get spawns back in. They're not going to have time to lose 5 seconds.
They're popping out. They're going to flash as many players as they can on the front line. It's
Pyrus
right now.
is not getting killed on point. He's air blasting them off. He's flat going. Moist now standing tall on this point. Rockets coming in. Virgil, keep your heavy alive.
Pop is on the roof.
Walking in. The Uber comes off. Oh, I don't think they needed to use there.
You don't want to drop your medic. If you drop your medic, it's round over. So, I mean, you're going to keep your medic if you can. Pup had a very good play to be there in post. Oh, Nurse tries to get out aggressive, but Poseidon shuts him down in an instant.
But it would be so nice to have Uber right now.
It would. It'd also be nice to have Poseidon, but no one's going to spot check for
Virgil has ad over DZ? How?
Oh, got a saw.
Got a saw. Okay. Alright. Alright, this is doable. It's workable. Pup coming in, Bomb not going to find anything other than the mini, but slow play coming out of Shutter, Joey and everyone else, honestly, just rushing point right here. Not in the best position to repush. Virgil at 90, and they may be able to come and skin them off, and knowing that, they're forced to back up.
We hope Evil called that, because if he doesn't, he could bait his team in really bad.
I think he did, and that's why they backed up there.
Yeah, they're backed out. DZ backs out with 70 HP, 100% Uber, a minute and a half left on the clock for the Froggieland hold. They're going to lose Constru in downtime, but they
Joey drops immediately! No one else is in this Uber! Pup goes down as well! Disaster strikes!
Yeah, they get the Uber in time, and DZ's Uber does nothing. He pops it too. It's just the perfect pick from Poseidon onto Joey, shuts it down immediately. All of a sudden now, 1 minute left on the clock, Meds on even Uber. Evil could do something big here to make up for the saw he gave up. He's looking for a med pick. He's going for the decloak. Does he get it? Gets seen. Can't get the pick. Has to back up.
Yep, and in comes some of the jumpers coming in. Exa and Poseidon are down. The pick class is coming in. Townsy is next.
They win.
Moist going to fade, and, you know, it was a good hold. You know, we saw them come in, take it from about 2:11 down to 45 seconds, but not going to be enough. And Squirtyay is going to take, I would argue, a surprisingly hard-fought first half.
Yeah, it was hard fought in the end. The last round could have gone the other way if, you know, a few things were different, but that's how it always is in the end, as long as the team doesn't get rolled. 2-1 for Squirtyay. They are favored overall. Again, 4-0 predictors. Your prediction is now void, but yeah, I mean, honestly, I'm happy from what we saw there, because Squirtyay, they definitely look like it's their map. They definitely look like the stronger team overall from what we've seen on their Ashville, and I think that some of their players are playing really well. I also think that Froggieland is putting up a fight in areas that are very important to put up a fight in, right? Like, their pick classes are doing well, their flank is doing well. Like, the biggest, like, deal that I've seen is Town, like, okay, looking at the logs, both Devilman have about equal kills, deaths, sure, whatever, about equal, or 100 DPM difference, right? It's about when the deaths are coming. Townsy's just dying in a lot of, like, unfortunate circumstances where if he could actually just live and pump out damage, it'd be very beneficial. Shout out to Technomo. He's actually 21 kills right now, outperforming Wish by 100 DPM. Wow.
That's a scout diff I didn't have on my bingo board coming into tonight. I mean, Poseidon showing up again. I mean, High Tide's still in, and the kills are only 3 apart. Granted, that's because a lot of them, you know, the first 2 rounds weren't actually that close, all things considered. You know, both rounds were under 5 minutes. Was one team dominating. It was really only the third round that was actually super close. And Technomo actually got 12 of his 21 kills in that last round. So
see, this is why looking at logs, like for all you TF2 players out there, looking at logs to determine like performance, like who's playing good, who's playing bad, isn't actually good, right? Because if you look at the logs, right, Technomo stats are better than Wish. Townsy's are comparable to Joey. It's 100 DPM difference. You can argue that's significant, sure, whatever. Poseidon is outperforming Percy, and that's Sniper, Demo, Scout, right? Those are the Highlander classes. And either way, like, Squirtyay are up 2-1 right now. So even though a lot of key players for Froggieland are popping off, it's just not all getting put together at the end for the round wins. They do have one. They did get close in round 3, but it's just they're not quite at the level where they're taking the rounds consistently. I think they can get there, though. Like I said, they have the pieces popping off. They just need to put it together.
yeah, Virgil had less deaths and more Ubers too. So I mean, you know, it is coming through here. Like there are the pieces, as you said. It's just making it work. It's just not having these deaths on off timers, right? Like I feel like Construed not quite having the impact we saw. I mean, it would be hard to follow up that upward, right? But like, remember one of the mid fight that in that second round that Froggieland won, they won. Construed dies right as they cap, and just like maybe you have your spy up, you know, calming when the repush comes in. Right, feels like Construed was dying basically off timer a lot of times.
Well, here's the thing about Spy on Ashville, which I'll talk about real quick, because it got pointed out in chat that Evil has 420 DPM compared to Construed's 180, which is a lot of damage difference. There's really like a couple ways to play Spy on Ashville, right? You can play super aggressive, go for as many decloaks and like revolver shots as you can, which is what Evil's doing. Evil's going for every opportunity he sees, and he's winning a lot of them, right? Construed is playing a lot more passively. He's trying to play like, he's not going in deep. He's trying to like play with his flank and like back. He can't jump in with them. He's trying to play with them anyway. And he's just not getting as many opportunities to shine. He's dying a lot because he's getting put in bad situations with the Dead Ringer, right? I think that Dead Ringer can be run on Ashville if you play like Evil's playing, right? But it feels like he needs to be more of a calm player and like a setup player for his team, in which case I wish he just would play like that. If you're going to have less DPM than the opposing spy by that much, you need to have less deaths too. Because if you're just putting up death after death while not having impact, then you're just getting outperformed. There's not much you can really do. Like, you'll find a pick here and there, but compared to what Evil's doing for his team, it's a big difference maker to why this is 2-0 Squirtyay and not Froggieland.
Yeah, I still just feel like even if you're going to do that, right, I don't think it's the stats as much as it is when the deaths are coming through. Like, you may be seeing... I mean, I think if you play, like, Knife Spy and you're getting stabs, it's always going to be Gun Spy, right? Just because you are killing people from full.
Well,
and you're gifting those picks. But obviously you're trading, like, potential for consistency. But the issue is that I don't think Construed is alive at the right times to be fully capitalizing on that consistency.
Yeah, because you're getting put in bad situations by the Dead Ringer. Like, if you get it popped, in the middle of a fight and you come in for post, it's good. If you get it popped at the start of the fight and then you come in for middle, it's useless because they expect you to come in the middle anyway.
Yeah, and again, at that point, you should be on something else. When I played Spy in Main, high level of competition there, I was on Cloak and Dagger the entire time, just that I could always make sure that I'm in position, right? And maybe, that's your option here.
It's
right?
safer, it's more consistent, it's easier to play.
Exactly, yeah. And I think going for that gun spy is not really working right now. Constard is not DM diffing the flank members right now, and I think that having him on, more traditional spy loadout was enabling him to get those fight opening picks repeatedly on upward, and those have been missing, and that maybe is kind of the card that Froggieland really needs to play here.
Because we are into the second half, we'll see if the key pieces can keep performing for Froggieland, or if Squirtyay will take over this match and take it 2-0. We'll be rolling out on mid, Sam side going through. Joey Lemons takes a bit of damage early, taken very low actually. He's getting an arrow from his team. Pounds is walking up, he wants it, and Joey gets sniped. Oh, 2K Poseidon takes down the demo and medic. I tied up very thoroughly in
It's
here.
coming in, yeah. I was waiting for some waves to show up in chat.
Yeah.
As
3 takes on Percy. He wins the mid for them. The mid's over instantly.
Clearly, Froggy took my advice, and they just did that again.
Yeah, just
going
kill
in
them.
for one on the mid.
Forehead. If you just kill them, you'll win the round.
If we play perfectly, we can win. Is this an aggro shot? No, I thought Poseidon was getting aggro up in Shutter, which I would have liked to see. Instead, taking an aggro onto Bats. Evil, almost ran into some fire there, but will...
Poseidon is posted on Bats. He does hit Joey for half his HP, but has to back out of the sideline. There is now a sniper post peeking him from Shutter. Anyone peeks, they die, but Poseidon shuts down Percy instantly.
Yeah, make that 4 already into a very young round here. Puppy popped up. Gonna
Evil's
live.
gonna go for a decloak on the man.
Barely.
If he finds a drop here, it'd be huge. He wants to go in 1 second. Here's the decloak. Easy drop for Evil. Takes down Virgil, doubles up onto Moist. That's gonna swing the momentum easily in Squirtyay's favor.
Evil almost surfed the mini on roof to get a stab onto Poseidon, which maybe he might have needed because Poseidon now on that 5 streak got another kill and is slowing this push, but it should be enough for them to retake.
Yeah, you'll take the med drop heavy pick any day of the week if you are Evil. And Constard gonna get one for himself, gets the kill on the pup. I don't know if they're gonna extend his spawn or not. I'd say Soldier you can. Looks like they're going to... They're getting bombed actually. Bomb in right now from Froggieland. They get the force, which is probably what they wanted.
Yeah, Pup will get extended right at the last second there, but yeah, they come back in. I mean, they got the force, right? Slight ad for Virgil here. Definitely they can capitalize on it if they build pretty well and then, use it quickly, but it's got to be a really put together Uber if they want to capitalize on it and catch VZ out.
Yeah, Poseidon taking the peak from Shutter, still on his 5K, 11 points on the scoreboard right now, top of the server behind Evil, or ahead of Evil rather. That's going to be Big Z on the roof, gets taken off of it by the Soldier. They're trying to do damage on Point right now. Evil will get taken down in the meantime. 17-second spawn for him, as now Point getting capped up by Froggieland. 75% Evil for both teams. Virgil taking the half HP, but will be fine to keep charging as cap goes over.
Yeah, and I mean, time advantage is in favor of Froggieland right here. And it is taking even more so as both meds coming up on Uber.
Another SPS happening in the Shutter in a second. Nerk's taken out to 1 by a headshot. They're going to pop Uber though anyway. It's a demo scout Soldier.
Moist
Good flash gets Moist out of dodge. That's a good one by Virgil.
Let's go! Oh, I love Roof Heavy. I'm super
Oh
excited.
yeah, he's on roof. That's rare.
He surfed that up. Yeah, surfed it up, ate the banana, but Percy... Oh no, I thought that was the man. That was a different ragdoll. And yeah, no, Pop Percy's gonna
Yeah, DZ's
evict him
dead
from
too.
the roof,
Technomo
but-
got in the backline and found the kill onto the enemy medic. All those kills come in favor of Froggieland. They're looking good in this first round of the second half.
I love when you get onto roof as a heavy man. It's such a powerful feeling. Yeah, you get sniped off eventually, but
Hey, when you deny that soldier, you know he's
denying the
screaming to
soldier
himself.
like that, he's like, "How the hell?"
Yeah,
man?
you know
What
that he's
was
screaming
that?"
to himself. It's not good for that soldier, but either way, going to be setting back up here. Virgil setting up 85% Uber. Poseidon takes down Nerks in the Shutter. This time does get the kill. They're trying to get forward on Point for Squirtyay. They want to get the force as soon as they have it.
Oh, they're bleeding. Excuse me, they're bleeding so hard right here.
Joey's dead. They don't have to pop if they don't want to. Pickle's gonna get... Technomo and Pickles both get sniped. Poseidon on an 8K right now on the defense. Make it a 9K. The 10K
He's halfway there.
in. Yeah,
He's halfway there.
He's halfway. Yep, he's halfway. Can they keep him alive? It's much harder on Koth than stopwatch defense, but we'll have to see if he can actually get the 10K for now. In the meantime, Evil is in. He probably wants to find the sniper pick, shut down this guy, goes in, he gets seen.
Poundsy and Constard, Moist
They have
playing
Uber.
close
He's
here.
Uber.
They don't know Uber
80%.
this is such... This is a girthy Uber. Gonna come back out. Moist will get stuffed in, though. Awkward position for Virgil in this post. They just kind of let her leave. Moist will be the sacrificial lander. Bomb coming in. Yep, great rockets from Puppy. Gonna find Virgil. Will Pyrus is right there. Then take out Pyrus.
No 10K.
No 10K allowed. That second stage of the professional kill streak not gonna show up. But I mean, this is a complete opposite of the third round, right? Overtime for Froggieland, 220 left for Squirtyay.
Yep.
All it takes is one cap and they're good.
Silver lining for Squirtyay is they do have Uberad to work with on defense here. If they can set up Percy and let him get to work on defense, if they can keep Joey Lemons and Nurks alive forward, it will buy a lot of resources for Froggieland to try to get through. A lot of damage being taken in Shutter. Moist's going to go down. Cal's peeking in, does damage, and Contru picked out once again early.
Yeah, lots of shots being taken from Poseidon here on ramp. Not going to find anything though. Though they're bleeding, so many coming in here. Eventually, it's just going to free up Joey to walk forward. Force Poseidon off that ramp angle. Percy finding another onto Exa, so no kills able to be found right here. So, they're 45 seconds in. They're a third of the way there.
Percy was playing a crack shot, so he saw Poseidon and go over left side. Pyrus eats a headshot, taking the 1 HP. SPS is going to pop off here. And Percy does win it onto Poseidon. That's a great shutdown to get on the defense. Remember, a minute 18 left on the clock. They need to keep the momentum rolling.
Yeah, and I mean, ideally, what really kind of puts this in their favor is if they're able to find Virgil here. But it looks like they're going to use out of Shutter. Townsy, no drops. They come out. Technoa being taken in here. Kills. Percy's dead on the side of the So's Poseidon, but that benefits the offense more. Townsy able to play super far forward here. Not the best positioning right here for either team, really, as Wish gets taken out. No scout.
Big pipes from Joey! Over the top, takes down the entire combo on ramp. It's a frag fest going over on the ramp, and now cleanup coming through. They try to do some work on the front side. Evil will go down. He's the only real casualty that Squirtyay have taken. All of a sudden now, DZ, another Uber ad with 30 seconds left. This could flip all the way around.
Joey getting the pipes for the mission, coming in, finding exactly who they needed to on ramp. They're playing forward here, and I like this. DZ's at 60. I mean, if he's able to get, it's going to be right at the wire, but he should be able to have right as overtime kicks in. Townsy, those are the deaths I'm talking about. You
that's
cannot
really
die
bad
there.
speed. Because you want to sack there to try to get forward, because you're clearly, actually, you can't even go. It's 10 seconds left on the clock. Townsy's dead for it. Moist dead as well. At least they get Joey Lemons, but they have to get onto the point. They're all ramp. Everybody's funneling through ramp to try to get there. 2 seconds. Spying in. Contru can't find it. Uber's popped out. They need to sack on. They can't get it. Squirtyay pull that round back from a 2-minute deficit and go up to 3-1.
What happens if Townsy's there, man? They lost. They were up 2 minutes and 20 seconds, and they're unable to take it back.
Their entire team went ramp. Townsy was the only person out bats. Did he just like swing too far out, and they're like, we're not going bats anymore? Because like Townsy just was all alone and died all alone. Something there was wrong with the communication, and that cost them big time. So now it's the last chance, sudden death right now for Froggieland. You have to win this round.
Yeah, you gotta win this, and then the next, and then the next. But High Tide's in.
Poseidon
That's
again,
gonna be the entire combo dead. Poseidon and Virgil actually going back. Is the frags. Explosive mids are a theme here.
Yeah, like the mid. Everyone dies.
Slight numbers that are going to end up snowballing for Froggieland, but that was a close mid here.
Yeah, they do get it over the line for Froggieland. First capture, very important to find. They do slightly extend their medic, so Virgil's going to be at about a 10% disad compared to DZ Creeper. Shouldn't matter too much in the end as long as he builds properly. But right now, Froggieland, they have to get this round across the board. They need to make it happen. If any disasters happen, it's just going to be terrible for morale.
Yeah, I mean, you have, the foot in the door, right? You got to take 3 in a row if you want to keep this match alive. And, this is how you start. It's going to be a bumpy road if they end up getting there. But
stayed too long on the barrels, picked off. Townsie's dead as well. Where is he even separated from his medic? They're able to back out entirely. No Uber had from either team yet. Did get evened out to 85% for both sides, though, so at least repush can come in once Townsy is alive. But in the meantime, that's pretty much an uncontested recap for Squirtyay.
Yeah, just able to dry push it back in. I mean, they find the picks. Townsy, again, continuing to just have bad... Dude, on Dead Ringer that spawn Wish just walks.
Okay, but like, stop using the Dead Ringer if that's how you're gonna play with it. Like, you can't be decloaking with the Dead Ringer, not in post-Uber. You're just gonna get found and killed. It's not good.
I mean, admittedly, he was doing it at spawn and just didn't keep track of the spawn timers. It's unfortunate. It's pretty much the safest place you could decloak, realistically, but
not when they're in it.
Goes down again.
Yeah, Uber's trading across mid right now. Even Flash is coming through. The timer's going to end sooner for Froggieland, though. They're trying to get out of dodge underneath bats. They do keep a lot of the key players alive. They are down Poseidon and Moist, though, in post. Evil is being a nuisance with this revolver in the backline. Exa going to run up and take him down, at least there, coming through. Will lose his life to Percy on the other end, though, as now point being held by Squirtyay again. Even Uber still, but they hold strong.
Absolutely nothing was pressuring DZ, and he was still dancing for his life on barrels. I respect that.
Yep,
But yeah, just a solid defense coming through there. No openings to be found. Counter gonna find the counter espionage here. It begins.
Yep. Sapper gets taken off with those, so Telly will be available for Evil who wants to try his luck again. On shoot on the box. He actually got up top from the dispenser. Joey's sniped out by Poseidon. That is a huge opening pick. Now Townsy's uncontested on his bats walk off. Both meds with Uber. We'll see if the exchange goes.
Yep, getting in deep is Townsy. There's going to be a couple flashes that have to go. And Technomo gets behind as well. Finds Percy in the backline. Nerfs at the fists out. Unable to stop. Virgil dead in post. Frags, though, still. Now we're in favor of Froggieland. Not for long. DZ wins the SVS onto Poseidon.
Yep, and Spawner's in favor right now of Squirtyay. They get players out onto point faster, and they're going to keep control of it. A minute advantage right now in the time lead. Remember, they take this round. It is all over. They're going to be going forward to winners finals as the 2-0 team. We'll see now if they can get across the finish line. Virgil only on 25% Uber compared to DZ's 60, 35% disad. You do the quick math. We'll have to see if they can find any picks right now. They need anything. They need a big play from one of their playmakers.
Yep, and here comes in Townsy. Gets easy! Disaster strike!
Townsy just rolled them with his pipes. He got so many kills. Wish Pickles dropped afterwards. They got 6 in the sack. When that happens, that's not even your sack. That's your main push. They're trying to get some players out of spawn. Virgil was healing in spawn, so they need to get their respawners up. But either way, that's exactly what they needed to get back in this one.
Yeah, their playmakers delivered, and I mean, it's going to be the Moist and the rest of the team, you know, slowly crawling out of Shutter. Feels like they could have done that a little bit faster, but they are starting to cap them up. Probably not going to cap until overtime, though, which is unfortunate. You have to imagine Evil taking a look out.
They don't want to give up.
Bombs coming in, yeah. They find Virgil. Everyone coming in. That's the 6th man. And it will find the med. So the cap will... Oh, Moist!
Oh,
Moist was eating on the corner of the point.
Yeah, it's already overtime. There's no point to extending those players. You don't gain any time out of it. So Virgil now not going to charge for even longer. That's a pretty significant mistake. Whether or not it will be the difference maker, probably not. But at the end of the day, they now need to wait even longer for this Uber. DZ up on 75%.
Oh, look at this. Look at the crust underneath bats. There's a fungus underneath bats. Oh, and they sniffed it out. They froze the fungus. It's taken out. Percy and Puppy go down, but... That was kind of the desperation play right there.
They Uber forward. It's a solo onto Figsy. Are we paused? No, it's just a bit of lag. Figsy flames down Virgil, and Townsy picked up. That's going to do things here. That Uber to no Uber is going to be the difference maker, and that's a cap up for Squirtyay. They're going to be taking this map 4-1, overall 2-0, and they're moving on to the winners finals.
My 4-1 pred is correct. Excellent. I mean... Closer than we thought, definitely. I think Froggy made a case there for winning at least 2, if not potentially 3 rounds there. But ultimately, again, just the combo, not tight enough. Townsy, too many weird deaths. And Poseidon did his best, but it's just not enough.
Yeah, and like it's strange because we saw so many key players start popping off from the side of Froggieland that you wouldn't expect to in these matchups. Like, who was the sniper on the sheet? We were seeing a different sniper, I think. No, Poseidon was ringing from the start. Okay, because we saw Poseidon come in, he just dominated, right? Like he had so many good plays. Like Percy was consistently decent, sure, but Poseidon was going above and beyond multiple times. Technomo as well was playing super well, especially on Vigil or on Ashville rather, to just contest Wish over and over and get the cleanup kills. It just seems like they weren't. They have the pieces, like I said at halftime, like they have the pieces to play well on Koth. It's just they're not a Koth team, you know? Like, it's hard for them to put all the pieces together and actually win consistently.
Yeah, it's... And, again, like, those deaths from Townsy there, again, don't hurt as much on, like, a payload offense, right? But on Koth, the timings are so much more important. And, like, that death in that overtime fight, or like before, right, where he died on bats when everyone else was on ramp. That's kind of gonna like haunt me. And as much as there's the high tide of Poseidon dropping 979.5, you have the low tide of these really sloppy plays coming through. You have that Uber. Do you remember on upward third where they had ad and they used it on a fist heavy?
Yeah.
Like
How could I
those
forget?
are, for every time you have one of those hero plays coming out of Construed or from Townsy getting the kill onto DZ at the end there, or Percy or Poseidon to be finding a ton of kills. You have these goofs, and just for every plus there's a minus. All it takes is a couple pluses from Squirtyay, who were playing solidly throughout the entire match.
Is this combined for the entire match, Dolphin, or just for Ashville? Entire match, okay. Percy still outfragged Poseidon by 2, by the way. That's interesting, because it seemed like Poseidon had his number most of the time. I don't know where Percy found all his kills. Like I said, Percy was consistently good, right? He was always able to get kills in his lives. He was always able to do work in post. It just seems like obviously for Sniper on some of these maps, it's quantity being a very important thing. Poseidon found so many kill streaks that just shut down and bought time.
Here's the thing, though, right? Poseidon outfragged Percy by 10 on Ashville. Meaning that difference, meaning Percy did better than Poseidon on Upward. It's hard to believe that given, that one round, right? But we saw, Poseidon went from 27 kills in one round to getting 5 in the next. And if, more often than not, he was averaging closer to the 5 than to the 27, then it's pretty easy to see where those kills come from.
That said, that's going to do it for this match. I mean, Squirtyay 2-0. I say that I don't know if we did overall predictions at the start of the show because we were kind of like trying to get through after transitioning from the previous match. This was my expected result as well. I thought Squirtyay would win, and I thought because we wouldn't expect them to win on Steel, I expected 2-0, right? Just because it had to be. I think that shows that Squirtyay have more to say on payload, right? They realized they didn't play too well on payload in the regular season, and they've been practicing it in postseason, right? Like, it's a different beast you're taking on. You need to be sure you're confident in best of 3, which means you're okay with taking double stopwatch. If the practice goes into Upward, if the practice goes into Vigil and Swiftwater, and you're able to beat Froggieland on it, that sets you up very well for minimum second place this season. And especially because now, even if they don't beat Team Fun right in the winners finals, they get higher seed going into losers finals, so that they get to choose their maps. Whatever they're confident on, they can have it.
Yeah, and granted, it'll still likely be double stopwatch, but at least you do get the choice, which does help. And I mean, at this point, right, you've proven you can win on Upward. So if I'm Squirtyay, I think Squirtyay banned Vigil, so I think that, you can run it back on the same maps and you're pretty confident on it, right?
Yeah.
It's going to be on Froggieland to either figure out a way to get better at Upward or change up the maps. And I think if you change up the maps, that probably works better. Maybe they pick Swift first, right, instead of Upward. And then, that's kind of your gambit, is that you can beat them on Swift if you couldn't beat them on Upward. Probably lose the Koth anyway, but then you take it to map 3, which is going to end up being Steel.
Yeah, we'll see how that shakes out. We still have, what is it, lower semis, lower finals, winners finals, so 3 more weeks? No, 2 more weeks. No, 3, yeah, because the grand finals are a week after. So 3 more weeks, potential bracket reset, potentially 4 weeks left in the season. Are we taking a break after Thanksgiving, Dolphin, on Monday or no? All right, so we should be straight 4 weeks to the end of the season, 3 to 4 weeks, running it all the way every week until we crown our season 13 champions.
Yeah, and I mean, I think, we saw Team Fun bleed today, right?
Yeah, the first time all season.
So if it's possible to take 1 round, it's possible to take 4.
That is true.
Either you do it or you don't. 50-50 shot.
Exactly. Yep, but we will be seeing Team Fun versus Squirtyay next week in the winners finals, as well as going to be Frauds versus Froggieland in losers semis. I don't know which one we're casting quite yet. Probably the losers semis match. I
think Froggy is going to be likely a better match. What did Fun beat Froggy 2-0 on Swiftwater?
Yeah, so 4-1, 2-0.
No, I'm saying in the regular season they beat them 2-0 on Swiftwater. So I'm trying to think, what maps does Froggy have against Team Fun if they don't have Swift?
You mean Squirtyay against Fun?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but we'll be thinking about that in preparation for next week. In the meantime, it's almost midnight, so on the East Coast rather, so we can go ahead and close this one out.
Yeah. So thank you for watching. This was a doubleheader. So thank you, Zag, for soldiering through both of them, and glad to be back. So yeah, shout out to you and to Godfather, who I believe covered the past 3.5
Yep.
weeks I've been out. So shout out to you guys for picking up the slack.
Yep. That's going to about do it. So thank you all for tuning in this week. We'll have more Highlander playoff action coming at you next Monday. You won't want to miss it, so stick around, keep chugging, and we will be back next week for more TF2. Thank you and good night.